What's up?
Hey.
That intro music is fire.
Yeah, that's you're using a different one today.
I use the one because I don't want to get doggone demonetized. I don't want that copyright infringement.
Got you.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's YouTube
shit.
stuff there, buddy.
Look at that. Oh,
Yep.
I didn't see this. Look
Yep,
at you.
monetized, bro. He's monetized.
I ain't trying to mess that up. But
No,
it is Sunday, that time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The show is Equilibrium.
Yes,
3 of the usual suspects are here. I'm sure the 4th will be in shortly. But we are here to discuss another episode of You Know What? That would be Stargirl. This week's episode, to me, was fire as usual. I will let Anzo go first and tell us what he think about it. Appreciate that.
I'll tell you, I thought this was a fucking amazing episode. I liked the father coming in. I found it was predictable. I knew the father was going to be some asshole. I just knew it. But what Pat did in that episode was absolutely, like, it was touching. It was heartfelt. When Pat walked up to Courtney and was like, if you want to yell at me, yell at me. If you want to hit me, hit me. If you want to do it. And she just came up and hugged him. And then he walked up to the father and was like, don't ever come back here again. And punched him in the face. I was like, yes! Wicked.
You said, good thing I'm busy.
Yeah.
right.
Or the been some more.
He would have broke him up some more. So I was like, okay, this was amazing. Like, it was one of those episodes where there was no action in it, but just the character development and everything. I loved it 100%.
Yeah, it was neat to see those scenes back to back. The guy who like is essentially like the shitty con artist dad. He's like, yeah, okay, I'm out. Deuces. Like, sure, I'll be back eventually. Whatever. And then the very next scene, you got Pat being like, no, I'm here. Like, I'm here. I'm not going. I'm not going anywhere if you don't want me to.
Yeah.
And I like that. That was cool.
Yeah, me too.
Two things. It was cool how they got the daddy that kind of looked like Joel or whatever his name is.
Yeah, like the original Starman.
Yeah. What's up, Terrence?
What's up?
What up, Terrence?
Yeah. What to do? We're definitely cool they got him to look kind of like Starman.
I agree.
Thought that he's supposed to have powers.
Oh, I have no idea. That probably have to ask Terrence about that.
No, I don't think Starman has powers. It was all the staff.
I thought the dad was supposed to have powers.
Oh, like you thought he was going to be like a villain or some shit?
Yes. That's what I thought Terrence said.
Yeah, he is a villain.
Yeah, we might be.
He's a shady, like, he's a thief. He's a murderer. He joined the Royal Flush Gang. Like, it's just that in the way that they showed him on the show, he's supposed to be presented as an asshole, and that's what they did.
Gotcha.
So you're thinking he'll come back with some powers later on in the series, like next season or something?
I don't know if they're gonna focus on him again. I mean, in the comics when he showed up, it was supposed to be an emotional arc for Courtney, and they kind of already did that. So there's really no need for him to show up.
You could tell she was hurt.
Yep.
Some pretty decent acting in this one.
Oh, absolutely. I think so too. Because like I said, that part where she hugs him, like that was touching. That was amazing.
Yeah. The mom getting jealous of their relationship a little bit.
I'm hoping we can put that is he my dad or not shit to rest now though, because that was one of those things in this show. I'm like, show stop. Like the mom would know what he looks like, and the goggles could have figured that out for us episodes ago. So I'm just like, that's a little like mystery. That doesn't really need to be a mystery in the show. So
one part of the show when they played it, I thought about you, John. Because
is it The Office? Is it The Office?
Isuka went straight to her computer.
Yeah.
And checked her shit, and I was like,
yeah. You know what? Me too. when he did that, I was like, ah, fuck, there goes John's argument.
I want you to know, I was in the living room going, fucking knew it. The IT guy's a villain now. I love it. I was laughing.
Donnie, check the private chat I'm sending you.
Okay.
Just now.
It was so cute. It's like, oh man, she cleared her search history. I'm like, that don't matter. The internet doesn't forget. Nobody cared. That was good. That was good.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when that happened, I was like, you know what? Really? Why the fuck did she do that on her computer anyway?
Dude, it killed me. I was like, when you literally had your phone in your hand, I was like, why were you not using your phone?
I was like,
that was obvious. They had to do that so Icicle
could figure it out. But they didn't really need to do that because Brainwave already knew who she was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Brainwave did tell him actually. So he didn't really need to go through the computer to see.
The only reason why they did that was because, again, you could tell that Icicle was into Barbara and he wanted to get, into Barbara. And the thing is that he's like, don't go after her. And Brainwave's like, oh, you're hesitant about her. And it's like, well, yeah, because he wants to boink her. And then once she knows all the details, it's like, no, sorry, gotta go. You gotta go too. Deuces.
Yeah. It was a very good episode, and I was like, man. But I'm telling you, this writing is so good that now it is making me feel sorry for the little boy that I couldn't stand earlier.
Nah.
Yeah.
Still can't stand it. Still can't stand it.
The scene where he comes in and he's like, hey, what's going on? And you're like, you can't tell me? Yeah, I was like, yeah, I felt bad for him too.
Oh, I don't know. And it's funny. I always laugh because it's like we're having these moments, like, because I like how we went like 0 to 100 with Barb. It was like, get out of my house, and now she's like essentially on the team and believes that superheroes and villains all exist, and it's all.
She just needed proof. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So it works. Pat's back in, and then it's like all I keep thinking is like Mike went to the garage with Pat, and now he's back in. It's like Mike is literally just. He's only there to have a scene from time to time. I swear, just to remind us that he exists. Like that's it. And I guess that you could maybe make the argument. It's like, well, don't you see? That's like how people are treating him, and that's why it's like I'm just like I don't know. It's weak. But when he gets, I'm sure he's inevitably gonna get like a superpower or something. And if they can make him a little bit more part of the goings on, maybe I'll start to like him more. But right now, he's just like the brakes pumper on every scene. I'm like, boy, get out of here. I don't need you. Go away. But we'll see how that goes. And
I would not be mad
talking about the legacy.
If he gets the genie power.
Well, you get the legacy thing, and it makes you wonder. It's like, well, is he a legacy because he's Pat's son, or is he a legacy because we know something else that we don't know yet? So that'll be interesting.
Icicle did show his true colors like Terrence predicted. Cause when he said kill little boy too, I was like, damn.
Fuck him.
Oh,
no loose ends, baby. No loose ends.
Yep. But that's the thing. It's like Brainwave. You could tell Brainwave's like might have an issue with Icicle, right? Because he basically had to like force Icicle to say, "Listen, we got to kill them."
Then you say, "I killed my wife and my son
for you
about this woman."
Yeah, exactly.
There's gonna be some dissension between them two.
Oh, I think so too.
You're not the Dragon King, because Dragon King will be like, well, I'm smarter than all y'all suckers, and then Brainwave will be like, I'm more powerful. So I think it's going to be some kind of dissension.
I cannot believe he was not in this episode, like at all. It's crazy.
Who, Dragon King?
Dragon King. Yeah, after his lair gets fucking broken into and like he has the big fight and he actually gets like beat essentially. I'm like, man, how are we not having a conversation about that?
The only thing that makes sense to me on that, John, is that his ass is going back into that damn lab and gonna make himself even more whatever.
Sure. I did like the kind of giving like a little bit of fun, like poke at knights versus dragons with the whole shining knight, and he's like, I tried to slay the dragon. He's actually talking about Dr. Ito, so I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun. That's a little clever. I like that. Good stuff. But
yeah, I still make good too.
I'm still making fun of the fact that he just had his sword chilling in the little bucket with all his brooms. I'm just like, come on now, what are we doing?
Hey, Wolf Keaton said, "What up, guys?" Also, a deadbeat dad.
Oh,
hey, bro,
no.
I agree with you. If you got a Twitter account, put it in the chat, and I'll do what I said earlier and bring you on for a little bit. If you got a Twitter, I'll send you the link.
Yeah, Courtney's dad came for the other locket so he could go get a pack of smokes. That's just what happened.
Yeah,
terrible.
That was so predictable to me, though. I knew that was gonna happen. And you know what issue I had too, and I'm gonna take one of John's nitpicking. Your mic is a little messed up, John. The one I'm gonna take some of John's little nitpicking was when the father came. They kept telling Courtney, "No, you got to go to school. You got to go to school." So it's like, okay, we're gonna go to school. Then he's like, "Can we go for a little walk first?" And then they go for a walk, but nowhere did she go back to school. It's like, okay, really now? Like,
well, they went for lunch, but he's like, "Can we go for breakfast?" I'm like, nah, son. You said a walk.
Yeah, right.
What you said.
She told her mom she was going to school because the mom was still talking about leaving there. Mm-hmm. She said, "Well, I'm going to school, and then call me. I'm ready to leave." Whatever the name of that town is, whenever.
Then you had Rick and Beth over at the garage, and it's just like, I'm like, what freaking time is it right now? It looks like it could be like 11 in the morning. I'm like, guys, writers, hey, school usually starts somewhere around 8, 9 a.m. Like, could you not? And then the first time we see them at the school, they're at lunch. I'm like, come on now, like, what are we doing?
I'm thinking the dad came early in the morning because didn't the boy walked in and said, "What the hell going on?" That paper route, yeah. Mm-hmm. So that part of that I could determine from what they were saying.
Well, anybody who has a paper route knows you're starting that shit at 4 or 5 in the morning when the sun's still down. Don't. I'm like, I'm not having it. I know what you're doing, TV show. You're a little lazy with the time frames, but I'll deal with it.
It's okay. For me, that was just like I said, you know what? I'm going to nitpick this part because I know John will love it.
Oh, and don't worry. That was in my head too. I'm like, geez, these kids just don't go to school, do they? And then I'm like, well, then you have the custodian. I'm like, they act like he's the only janitor at the flippin' school. You know what I mean? Like, that's his own little dorm room. It's like
that I can understand because when I went to school, we only had one.
I mean, I guess, and it is a small town. I'll maybe give it to you, but I mean, the guy takes days off too. Like, come on now.
Well, no, because when I went to school, we had same kind of thing. Like this guy, he lived in the school. He took care of the school. He lived in it, and shit, he even had a daughter that went to the school. So. Well,
him being ginger, and obviously he's not Scottish, but he's from the UK, obviously, because of the accent and stuff. I keep making fun that he's like Willie from The Simpsons. I can't help it. Every time I say him, I can't help it. Oh man! And can we talk about the cold open to the show when he's at the like horse ranch and he's talking all weird? He has the vision of Pat, who looks like apparently Where's Waldo. In the dream, he's like, "Come to heaven and find me."
He did look like Where's Waldo?
I was dying. I get it. It's his shirt, but man, I was
it was
dying. It was so goofy looking. But I don't know. The episode wasn't bad. It was a little clunky. I just felt like we were tying up a lot of loose ends because from what the promos kind of looked like, it looked like it's going to be pretty much action. Until
only 2 episodes left.
These last 2 episodes go to hell, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it looks like now that Isaac was feeling betrayed, so he's sick in Brainwave, and Brainwave. I think Brainwave was going to get killed in this.
It'll be interesting because I'm worried. They're going to kill off too many villains, and then you're going to have to like come up with a new batch for the second season.
He has to go.
Oh, he has to. He's so OP. It's crazy.
And now he's saying that like he kind of absorbed his son's power, so he's even twice as strong. And then that machine, was it 12 hours or 12 days? It was something.
12 days. Yeah.
12 days.
12 days, 40 hours. And
so he's going to have to be killed, or either that machine going to be destroyed.
Mm-hmm. I think that I would have to check, but I'm assuming they're essentially playing it like real time. Like when the show debuts, like it's literally like in real time of when the episodes come out. Because if it's 12 days, that's essentially under 2 weeks, I think. So we'll see how that goes. Because it would technically be 14 days, I guess, if we were doing that. I don't know. I'm interested, and I also do like the fact that they brought up the cloaked people who are acting like zombies. And I wish they would have phrased that different or not talked about it, because I don't like the fact that we're glossing over the fact that Yolanda and Stargirl were pretty much cool with slashing and dashing and essentially killing these little minions, when we know for a fact we have mental people who can, like mental powered people who can control you and do stuff. And I'm like, oh man, like you could have just murdered a bunch of like townspeople and not known about it. So that was a little dicey. So we'll see how that goes. I'm assuming they're just like zombie clone thingies that Ito made. So we'll see. But yeah, that worried me a little bit. Quick to go 0 to murder.
You gonna talk some, Terrence, or you gonna play quiet all day?
Oh yeah, no, I was just
Collecting
waiting
his
on
thoughts.
John to finish up because when before I watched the episode, I was quite nervous about if I was going to like how they tackled the Justin Arthur character. And once I pressed play on the episode and I started watching it, within the first few seconds, I felt better. And you know, him looking at the horses, and I was just like, man, this is to a T how they're doing this. This is really good. And you know, just the way that the guy was treating him, telling him to get out of here, and him stumbling and remembering Stripesy, because you know he was the heart of that group. And I'm like, if anyone, he should try to remember him, because he would be more open to helping him than other members, because they're more standoffish, serious, aggressive. So they won't really give him the care that he needs, that he can get from Pat. So I really like the way that they handled the Justin Arthur character. And when he ultimately got to Pat and he started kind of freaking out again and imagining that he was Dragon King and all that, like Pat made sure to just kind of talk to him, because with that kind of situation, I feel that it really does matter who's in that situation, because a lot of individuals, they may say something wrong or they may overreact due to some kind of emotion that's going on, but you have to really know how to communicate. And Pat was able to calm him down and he put the sword down. And then when it broke into that scene where he was like, you know, this is a hero. I know this guy. He's one of the bravest guys I've ever met. And he was like, I know you remember who I am, but can you remember who you are? And he gave him the picture.
Mm-hmm.
And then they cued in the music. And when he looked at the picture and then he looked up and he was smiling at Pat, like I started getting choked up, because, you know, it just kind of, you know, made me go back to when I was reading about him in the comics, and the way that he did his mannerisms and stuff. I was like, wow, that kind of look and just that smile was just so perfect to me. And then, you know, he went into about the stuff with King Arthur and his sword and him trying to slay the dragon, and how everyone got separated, because that's what happened. And you know, he lost his memories and he was trying to remember that. And I thought that was just really emotional, well done, and kind of painful to look at. You know, that you have this great guy here, like one of the coolest heroes ever, and he can't remember all that. You know, like that's gotta suck. And the way that they captured that within those minutes, I was like, this is amazing. Like I'm one of those individuals where, you know, you essentially do a fight scene or someone that looks cool. You know, a lot of humans will gravitate towards that. They'll cheer and stuff, but I very much appreciate the more tender moments. Like, what can you do with the dialogue? Like, what can you do to get me to care about this character? Because, you know, characters can flip around and do all this stuff. That ain't going to mean that I care about them. Like, what can you do to speak to me as a viewer? And with the Justin character, he had me smiling and damn near crying the whole nine. And I was like, this episode doesn't have a lot of action in it, but the fact that it's just as good as something that has action in it, I thought that was precious. You know, that's something where you show individuals like you don't need a lot of action to be good. You just need
Mm-hmm.
good characters, good dialogue, good acting, and get a crew of people that really understand these characters so you can get a scene like that. You know, like Jeff Johns being the overarching supervisor of the show, that scene where Justin is telling Pat the story, you will not get that from somebody that is not passionate about these characters. You wouldn't even have a scene like that. They probably would have just had him swinging a sword and, you know, doing something I guess somebody would perceive to be epic, you know, something very typical. But that's what I was looking for, and they gave it to me. So I went in nervous and just was really impressed by everything that they did. And then in terms of Brainwave and his interaction with Icicle, I was just like, see, this is another thing where you have dialogue, and it was completely epic. Just his, yeah, I'm gonna go kill the family. You know, I remember who they are. Stargirl is Courtney, and then Icicle kind of looked, and he was like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
That means that Barbara, like he started putting everything together, and then you could tell he was just like, a lot of stuff is making more sense now. But when he said that, he was like, no, don't do it. And then he sat down, and Brainwave was like, well, what the fuck is wrong with you? What you mean no? And then he's just like, yeah, don't. And then he like did his thing where he was looking into his mind, and Icicle's like, you knocked that shit out, you know. And he's like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
well, it to me, I kind of viewed that as like, even though Icicle is most of the time he's beast, like Brainwave, you know, I was kind of thinking what he was thinking, like, why are you being so weak? Like, and then he said, I killed my wife and my son, but you are going to what? Jeopardize all we've worked for this female? Like, really? You just barely met her. Like, what's your problem? Like, so I like how there was conflict there. And then, like I said, you could tell that Icicle was thinking about it. So then you fast forward to the scene where he walked over to her desk, and it was just his body language where he was like, yeah, she deleted her history. Yeah, bring that shit back up. And then, like, just the look on his face, like, oh, okay. Brainwave told me about this, but there's nothing like, you know, connecting all the dots. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, Anzo, like, you know, remember how we were talking about how before you throw someone in the fire, you just kind of want to make sure, like, you kind of already know that your boy is right, but you want to make
Yeah, yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like, and the way he turned off that lamp and fastened his suit, I was like, oh yeah, that dude is pissed. So
Mm-hmm.
then you get to the end of the episode, and Brainwave is just like, so you good, man? We about to wreck they shit, or what's up? You gonna bitch out on me? And then Icicle's like, also, make sure you take out the boy. We can't have no legacies running around.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
Brainwave was like, "Now that's the shit I'm talking about." Of course, like I was just like, that shit was dope. Like I stood up, I started clapping. It was great. The fact
So
that he went from don't don't do nothing to Barbara to you take Autumn out and you take the son out too. I was like, that's beast.
I
That's what you should have
You know
said
it's
first.
coming, eh, Danny?
I just had a thought because
Mhm.
of the legacy thing. What makes him thinks he's a legacy?
Okay, first,
Because
okay, when someone is attached to a bunch of people that are considered to be exceptional,
Mhm.
legacy is the idea that that person could potentially rise up against them later. It's just like basic villain 101. You do not leave anyone alive that can be a threat later on in the future.
but when he calls him
Period.
a legacy, I'm worried. I am worried that it's because he knows that he's Pat's son, which would be a huge miss on the show's part. Because I have bitched about this a couple of times, and I just want to reiterate it just in case
But he
nobody's
does
been
know it's Pat's son. He was at dinner with them.
See, here we go. My thing is, if he knows he's a legacy because Pat is Stripesy, my deal is how did they not know that
I
he
don't
was
think
Stripesy
I don't think
before
they
him?
know he stripes.
No, 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 no,
But
no,
he was
no,
in
no,
the
no,
he
no,
was in
no.
at the very first episode. He is the guy who he's in there in the building while they all die, and he's the one who gets Starman out of the building.
Brainwave alerted him,
and there are
to
pictures
all
of
that.
him.
Brainwave
And he doesn't wear a
alerted
mask.
him. He alerted him to all of that. Like whatever suspicions that he had, it's nothing compared to confirmation. Like no, this is who these people are. So it doesn't even matter if like he's just like seemingly at this moment.
I'm just curious why they never noticed his face. Is what I'm saying.
How much time passed when they killed the Justice Society?
Like a couple of years, I think. No, no, it's way more than that. That Christmas, so like 10 years, probably.
Yeah, maybe 10 years.
Because it don't look like they aged at all.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that
movie
is
magic.
It is the making of the comic book stuff, right? Like unless it's supposed to be that they have the gray hair and stuff, like they're gonna essentially look the same for the most part.
Because
to be fair, Paul Rudd looks like he's still 20.
Well, yeah, this is the thing. The X-Men never aged in the first take, and it's like 10. Each movie's 10 years apart.
Oh God!
The same, right?
I could like you can have like
Ian
a
McKellen
and
Patrick Stewart have to,
and like you have issue 1, and then you have like issue 100. They still look the same. Maybe they got like one gray hair.
It's even funnier in like if you look at like the X-Men movie continuity, it's like how does Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy turn into fucking Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen in like 20 years?
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
this makes me laugh.
I mean, to me, it makes sense. Like the Patrick Stewart version of Charles, and then the Ian McKellen version of Magneto. They have been through a lot. They have a lot of wisdom. They've been around a lot of mutants. They both.
Oh come on! That's just a movie fuck up. It's just funny to laugh at.
Hey, look,
the Patrick Stewart one maybe, but I can't see Fassbender at all.
Come on, Fassbender turning into straight up Ian McKellen. Come on, don't defend that man. Come on, it's a joke.
To me, like these characters when they were younger, they were much more erratic, and those two actors, Ian and Patrick, they're much more mature. They know that they can't do all that silly shit that they were doing when they were younger. So to me,
I was just talking about looks. Perfect. I just think it's funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, yeah, like I get it. But to me, I didn't have a problem with it at all. I thought the fact that you have those two great actors, you get another two individuals that are great.
Oh, it was definitely a no brainer. I think me and John were just mainly talking about the look progression doesn't look. I could possibly do Stewart. But no way.
It just shows how shitty the X-Men continuity is. That's all it does. It's just really funny.
Well, I mean, but realistically, I mean, if I'm going to hit a couple of nails on the head, number one, the X-Men continuity in Marvel Comics, there is no continuity. You get like maybe a central story, but their comics are all over the place. So they're just following the make and break of the comics. Then number two, I would have probably said the same thing some years ago, but I've seen humans look one way, and then you don't see them for a while, and you be like, "How the fuck did you turn into this?" Type stuff.
Yeah,
like Jesus.
As far as continuity, I think the best franchise so far is Star Trek. How they older versions and younger versions, older versions look, I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that in terms of.
I'm gonna go with Power Rangers.
What you would come to expect, I guess, when you see, like you said, Danny, the younger actor, and then now they're older. Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, it's just brilliant casting. It's just funny that they just, you said it in like the late 80s, 90s. It's like, oh, you're trying to tell me in like 10 years, James McAvoy looks like Patrick Stewart now? Come on now,
Tremaine.
Come on, Hollywood.
When Tremaine watches like anything with me, like whether it's comic book stuff or anything, like. Sometimes he'll look over at me to see my reaction, and like he knows that if it's comic book stuff, if I'm not smiling, laughing, or clapping, to him without asking me, he knows that something is wrong. They fucked up some characters, some story. That Tremaine's like, oh shit, this is bad. They messed something up. But if he looks over at me and he sees that I'm smiling and getting choked up, Tremaine be like, damn, this shit is good, huh? And I'm like, yeah. And then either during the commercial or after the movie or whatever, then he'll start asking me questions. He's like, yep, I saw you over there. And I was
like, based on that, if you want to fuck with him, you could act like you smiling and stuff, be giving him something wrong or crying and be thinking this stuff is shit.
Wait, how do you mean? Like,
if you want to fuck with him?
If you want to fuck with him, you could be crying and acting all choked up and smiling, and really inside the shit is Be like, man, this is some stupid dumb shit.
Like watching
Well,
Sharknado, and you're like, "Oh my god, the character!"
Okay. Now that I got what you said that second time around, like, now I guess I should say, like, because sometimes, like, I guess I can smile and have those head shaking moments, and then Jermaine be like, "Oh, okay." So I'm like, "Nah, Jermaine, that's not why I did that." You know what I mean? Like, he knows if I'm talking a lot that they didn't fuck something up. But if I just got a couple words, like, yeah, Jermaine, that shit is good. Like, like he knows, like, oh shit, like, like it's like the characters, like I'm in the moment and the characters are talking to me. Like I felt like warm and fuzzy and proud when, like I said, that scene where Justin was talking to Pat. Like, it's like I straightened up my posture. It was just like, damn, this shit is good. So yeah, Tremaine caught that. He was paying attention.
The Justin character, he had some whack ass dialogue and some whack scenes, but like that actor really sold it. Like,
I'm with you, John. Anzo is watching sports.
Oh yeah, like every two seconds he's like.
Well, I mean, it in terms.
And I'm like, wait, I'm not talking, so I know Anzo's not making fucking faces at me right now.
In terms of the Justin character, I 100% don't agree with you. That's exactly how he's supposed to be. Like I said, like I went into it nervous, but what they did, I ended up being impressed, and that's because the character has like. In the way that he moves, in the way that he thinks, when he has his memories, and then without, like, there's kind of like a subtle difference. Like, you really have to like be able to know the character to be able to go into it. So I'm like, if they tweak his character to sound more basic and normal, like, it's gonna mess it up. He's not supposed to be like that.
Well,
like, for example, Jeff Johns is the one that would stop that. Like, if they were to go, well, I don't know about this dialogue and this and that, Jeff Johns is like, no, don't you fucking change that. That's how he's supposed to be.
No, here is what more I was thinking about, is because, especially because there's trying to like peel the onion, get the layers off of Justin here for a minute. And my whole thing is that because they're so ambiguous about how he got here and what happened, and why is he still like, look, quote unquote, as young as he does, even though he's obviously from the past, things like that. If people don't understand that character, they don't read the comics, they don't know. The issue is more, why is he speaking in this kind of dialect? Like, it would actually be more clever, I think. I don't know if this would be true, but like, he wouldn't necessarily have his accent unless he was having the memories, because he had his brain wiped. So he would have been building his dialect, his speech patterns,
he's supposed
and things
to be
like that.
Like, certain things he remembers, but most of it he doesn't. Which is why he knew to go to Pat. Which is why he recognized the cosmic staff.
Oh no!
Like,
I'm talking about just basic way he holds himself and the basic way he does stuff. I think you get a little bit of it when he's just basic janitor man the first like couple episodes, but it's the issue is that they hit him enough that he doesn't really speak. So
okay,
you're kind of trying to
like,
figure out like how that whole thing works.
When you tweak characters in a direction that they're not supposed to be in, depending on the writing and what they discuss with the actor or the actress, you could get something good. But at the same time, I don't want to see that. I want to see the Justin I read about. That's the Justin I read about.
But can't you do both? Because see, this is what I'm saying.
But that's what I just said, though. Like, there's a way that you can do it, but that doesn't mean that I want that. I want
And what I'm saying is well, you know how you always throw it in my face. It's like, you didn't get what you wanted. So here's my thing, is that
I wouldn't say I throw it in your face. That sounds
you have a couple of times. To be fair, you have.
No. It's never that aggressive. I make up points, and then the person takes it however they do. But it's not supposed to be like that.
Oh, it's fine. Well, fine. You nicely hand it back to me as, you didn't get what you wanted. So it's kind of a thing.
Yeah, it was sarcasm.
I don't know. Did you want me to? I could make it more flowery. I don't know.
Hey, you don't have to make it anything. I'm just going off of what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is it's interesting because knowing that he's this like King Arthur, back in the day. Thank you, Anzo. I appreciate it. the fist pump.
Sorry.
It's strange because, like I said, once you find out, like, that's why his mind is all crazy, is because Dr. Ito did something to him. One, I'm curious. I wish they would give us more. I want the
I
flashback
think he
because
made
I'm
him
like,
more.
well, why didn't Ito kill him?
Aggressive.
Okay, no.
Well,
Look,
why wouldn't he
if
kill him?
in the context of the show, if it
Mhm.
was specifically Dragon King that did that, that would be interesting because it was the situation of the battle and the time displacement by itself that fucked up his memory. So if you have
I thought he said
people,
Dragon King did it
no, I'm not
because
saying
he was
did. I'm
fighting. He
just
was
saying
fighting the dragon or whatever.
in the context of the show,
Mhm.
if you have Dragon King or a different group of people that messed up his mind, that would be different from how it was presented in the comics, where you had a collection of events that led to him losing his memory. So that would be something interesting when he kind of explained it like that. I'm like, oh, that's one of those things that I said at the very beginning that
Yeah.
for the most part they're playing it out the way that I know, which is why I was able to tell you guys so much stuff. But like, there's gonna be those little twists and tweaks, but it'll never be something that, say I would consider a fail or disrespectful. You're just simply playing along what's been presented and what's
Yeah.
possible within what those characters would actually do.
Well, the thing is that he presented it as he got captured by
Yeah.
Dragon King, and he got his brain all scrambled, breakfast style,
Mhm.
scrambled eggs and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, one, why not kill him? So I'm curious if like he had some ethereal thing happen, so maybe he could get away or something. That's when I'm like, I need the flashback because it's like, wouldn't they just kill him? Like, why would they not? And then
Unless he had plans for him later on down.
and see very well, yeah.
It's exactly.
So we do have
Danny,
two
like,
episodes to hopefully maybe fix that. But like I'm saying, if they don't do that,
what
it
better
could be
way
an issue.
to?
it doesn't need to be fixed. Like Danny, how many times have I said since I've been talking about this show that you just have to wait and see? Don't worry, they will get to it. How many times, Danny?
Yeah, you said a lot. I think that maybe Dragon King may have planted some kind of hypnotic suggestion or something, and then once he's back there in the group with the people, he say something, and that guy just takes them all out.
Shit, man! Imagine if they have to fight him with the fucking
That
Excalibur
is-
and stuff. That could get gnarly, dude.
Danny, like seriously,
be
like
cool.
I hope you know like how likely that is because Dr. Ito, in terms of his experimentation and when he's messing with people's minds, whether it be that he's restoring something or taking something away or putting something in your mind, he very well could do that. So maybe in the final episode, Danny, like imagine if he sees Dragon King, he's like, oh, he's like you, the dragon, and yada, and then he, like you said, he says a word, and then oh shit, and then like maybe Justin's eyes flash, and then he starts attacking the new JSA. I'd be like, oh
that
shit.
is the perfect doggone Emperor and Order 66 template right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Danny, do you? And also, if that okay, if somehow, he could say a word that will get him to control him, and then at the same time, it gives him enough of his memories from a combative standpoint, but all the rest of that is gone. That's going to be a problem for the GSA. They're going to get fucking wrecked.
And then
that's bad.
And then if this is the one time that Dragon King had Brainwave at a position or a disadvantage. So while he's trying to restore his memory, he planted something in there so Brainwave can't control his ass. Because right now, Brainwave seems to be the most powerful one out the group. So if I get a chance to restore your memory, I'm gonna put something in there to safeguard my ass. Like, no, you ain't gonna fuck with my brain. So when you start trying to do something fool, I'm gonna say cricket, and then I'm gonna control your ass or some shit.
Say the safe word. Say the safe word. Banana.
That's gonna be a problem. And like,
and
out of the ones that they,
and if he's loyal to Icicle, I guarantee Icicle told Dragon King, hey, put something in there so he can't turn this shit against us if he try to get too big for his damn britches.
And it's funny that you bring that up because I like where your thought process is because I feel like we've had that conversation a few times with this show, the essential hierarchy of this group, because the power levels are like all over the place. Like we're really under the impression that everybody listens to Icicle, and is it because they consider him the most methodical, or maybe he's like the best?
I think he may have gotten them together.
Maybe he's like in the best position to get things done because he's like political or something.
He is not the most powerful one in the group.
No, it's totally brainwave. It's totally brainwave.
Like, yeah, when it Johnny Sorrow is not there, because if he were, he'd be the most powerful.
That sounds like a porn star name.
I mean, that's the name of the character, but like,
I know,
if he, he's not there, so Brainwave is the most powerful. But see, it goes back to what I said before. Like, you being the strongest or the fastest or the most powerful doesn't mean that you're leadership material. They follow him because he has the make and break of a leader. He's able to come up with the plans. He knows how to direct them and get them to use their powers in a specific way to further his agenda. They all have come to a particular agreement, but at the same time, they also disagree with Icicle, but there's a respect there because they understand that he's meant to be the leader. Like for me, I personally would want to be the leader of whatever group I'm a part of, but at the same time,
of course you would.
Like
surprise.
Terrence ain't following nobody.
but at the same time, though, if I'm not the leader, and anyone that is considered to be the boss, the leader, the king, or whatever, then it would have to be that this person is able to do things that I can't, not on a physical level, but maybe in his or her ability to come up with plans, and I can go, yeah, I can follow you. I like the way you think, because it ain't gonna be like, the leader, and I don't like the leader. Hell no.
Or to motivate him too. I think Icicle knows what buttons to push. He knows how to motivate him. He knows how to put pressure. Now, I think he's more powerful than Sportsmaster and Tigers, whatever the hell they name.
Well, yeah, they're just great martial artists. Like he can easily dude. Well, he can do that to Brainwave too. Like Brainwave, if Brainwave was looking the other direction, he could freeze him in a second and shatter him. That'd be very easy for him to do. But if Brainwave,
I think Brainwave got like that kind of personal force field shit, like damn Magneto and shit,
right?
Because that's only when he concentrates though. Because he can cut, like, if he's not focusing, you can come up and knock him out. Like, you can catch these characters slipping. You can really catch.
Oh yeah, I mean, you could do that with Flash. I mean, if he doesn't know what's happening, but it's kind of hard because you see it in the show too. They have to nerf people from time to time, which I'm like, I kind of get in a meta way, but like, it kind of sucks that you put yourself in a position like that. My whole thing is like, because once you go down the rabbit hole of thinking about the powers and stuff, it's like the reason why I could see people wanting to go with that fucking face, man. I love it. I'm gonna meme the shit out of that. I'm gonna meme the absolute shit out of that. By the way, I'm gonna make a fucking t-shirt.
It's like I told.
His eyes were so dead, dude.
Like,
let me finish my point quick. I just want to finish my point quick. The idea of going down the rabbit hole of powers, where you have Icicle, who's
what up, guys?
Oh, Christ on a bike!
Geeked them, guys. What's good?
What's good, man? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you guys finally, man. I feel like I've known you guys since forever, and I know you guys more than you know me, obviously. But thanks for having me on, Danny. Appreciate it, man.
You don't know what my search history is like,
huh?
You don't know my search history.
I could only imagine, man. Terrence was good. The infamous John. Anza, what up? And Danny, man. What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me on.
I can't wait for your camera to turn off every 5 seconds because you're sweating your ass off in that thing.
It's not that, man. It's the fucking studio. The light, the studio lamp is on.
Killing you, right?
Well, it's a little bit of both, man. The lamp and this mask on. I gotta stick to my gimmick for the moment.
Yeah, you'll get used to it. Like if you've been doing it a while, like you won't even feel it.
I'll be the shitty technical man. I don't know if you guys are hearing it, but Wolf, your mic's a bit hot. If you could,
yeah. Hold on,
let me a little slider down, little 25% or something.
Let me check that out.
But what I was going to say was with Icicle, he's this methodical dude. So we're assuming he's laying down some plans, but we know Ito's doing the
assuming we've seen as much.
But see, what I'm saying is that he also is like in the political game and stuff, which is helpful. But then again, that's where you get worried about Brainwave, because if he wanted to take political office or something like that, he could just read minds and give answers that he needs.
But again, he's not. But again, he's not leadership material. There's a reason why, even though that scene where he was like, "I'll do it for you," it's like he still didn't just haul off and tie him up and do stuff, because there's a respect and understanding there. You know what I'm saying? And then you still had Icicle giving him orders. So it's like it's only going to go so far.
But you don't think Brainwave could be it? Oh shit! Sorry, Danny.
What? No, you good. Go ahead.
I was going to say, you don't think Brainwave's capable of being leader though?
No.
He not to the degree of Icicle. No. Because look, Icicle, he has an ability to see all sides of the equation. Brainwave is just tunnel vision, just one direction.
Yeah.
If you saw in the flashback, he wasn't confident. He wasn't sure of himself, and he said in each one of the videos, as time goes by, that after each kill, he becomes more and more confident. But he becomes confident in his abilities. I don't still think that's going to change his personality and his character flaws. He's not a charismatic person by nature. He's only confident because he know that if you piss him off, he can bust a damn blood vessel in your head or something.
But I mean, he can read your thoughts. I mean, he could manipulate a situation.
But that's not even confidence. It's just more so, this is what I can do regardless of how I feel. Like, he can be as scared as he wants, but if he knows he can get you to kill yourself, that's his crutch.
I think if Icicle couldn't turn the ice or whatever and do it, I think he still could survive and thrive in the world because
of his personality and his leadership.
If you take that from Brainwave, he'd be
no.
Well, I would argue you saw it with him losing. He would be powers for half a.
He would be a bitch. It's like that scene when that guy came up. He's like, going to take his car or whatever, and he was on the ground sniveling and shit. That is what you call a bitch personality. But that's
unfair. But that's unfair because you literally watch his character arc through the tapes. You've seen he's a different person. Also,
he had to become that though.
But what I'm saying is that you get the idea, which I would say I agree with you somewhat, because we actually literally see that happen, the regression in him because of the amnesia and the lack of powers. But I would say that it's because he doesn't have that 10 years or whatever of character development. The guy has a power to literally read your mind and control you if need be. I refuse to believe that you don't have confidence when you literally can know the answer.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter what you can do. It's about the will. That's why they had that scene in Batman Begins. It doesn't matter. It's about the will to act.
About the show.
No. Again, that's a good point. If you don't have the will, if you don't have the personality, I don't care if you can crush cars like you can a bag of chips. That's going to be a problem. It has to do with your confidence.
Having anger management and punching a tree, like we see it with Rick. Just because you can knock down a tree or destroy a truck, which has never been
Rick is not going to be a leader of anything. If you
what I'm saying is we can't. Well, no, you brought up pure strength. I'm giving you an example of a guy whose power doesn't matter.
Rick,
but when you can literally read somebody's mind in a conversation, how are you not the most confident person in the room when you literally know the answer to everything?
He has his own insecurities. That's what you're not getting.
Yeah.
I don't think he has them anymore, though. We had 23 tapes. We had 23 tapes to show his progression.
No, because when he was talking about Icicle, when he said that he had to take out his wife, or like he's like, oh damn you, Icicle.
That's conviction, dude. He killed his wife and son.
But
that's conviction.
Look, he was conflicted by it. Like, this dude, he has problems. He has emotional problems. He has insecurities. That's going to be a problem in particular situations. Now,
that's why he lost faith in mankind, right?
Yeah. Well,
that's why he
here's
lost
the thing,
faith
though.
in mankind.
What'd you say?
That's another separate thing, right? But like, because you can lose faith in someone or a group of people, but if you believe in yourself, you're still good. But he started as a weak person, and he had to build himself up. See, if a person is strong or weak in the beginning, Well, he's gotten better, but he still has insecurities. That's why he's not meant to be a leader. He's not meant to be Icicle. Like I said, he's tunnel vision. Let's go straight. Let's go straight. He's failing to see the other directions. Icicle can do that. Icicle will take the time to think and assess a situation, which is why he's in his position. Despite Icicle, Sportsmaster, and other members making sarcastic jokes and not agreeing with him, they know that he's right. You know he's right.
I kind of have to agree with Terrence because he is kind of hot-headed, right? So he'll probably do things just out of the fact that, you know, fuck that. I don't care what it is. I'm just going to kill this person.
You mean when Icicle killed Wizard Man's wife?
Yeah, but you got to remember.
Wow.
If you remember too, John.
Just saying. I'm bringing up an example. I'm just asking.
I hear what you're saying, John. But if you remember, he said whenever he first came to town and talked to the wizard, and the wizard told him, "Look, I can't keep him in check. He's hot-headed like he always is. He don't listen. He went off on his own by himself." Because I think Icicle said, "Why didn't you wait till he come to town?"
I wanted to see more.
Good call. No, Danny, good call.
That's a good example because then what happened after that? Icicle went to talk to him.
Wolf, you don't want to talk. Let's let the guys talk.
They should have showed a little more what Wizard Man can do. They just pretty much killed him off right off the bat. You know, he looked like he was going to be a serious problem with that wand. Like, you know, like
I gotta agree, man. I'm sorry. It's like, again, as good as the show is doing, I'm sure whatever. Again, I gotta say a 22 episode run would have been nice. It's just so rushed. It feels rushed. I would have liked to see more stuff. A little more development would have been nice.
You'll probably get that once it gets on CW.
Well, dude, I don't know though. You get to CW, you're looking at like a fucking budget cut probably, and you're gonna get some Batwoman writing.
Here's the thing. Like, to me,
guaranteed.
Like when you want more from the story and characters, shows how good it is, because otherwise you wouldn't care. Yeah, look at that sexy man. But yeah, like, you just wouldn't care. Like it's just one of.
Boom.
Oh shit.
Hold on.
Phantom Zone, Danny?
Hold on. How did I get thrown in the Phantom Zone?
You said the S word.
Yes.
With
like
man underneath it.
Damn.
What am I supposed to say, Danny?
Damn.
Don't say that. You look like we're gonna watch you look like He-Man every damn episode. You don't want to hear you about how sexy and shit. You do not want to hear that.
Look, he says that it's an avatar. For all I know, I could get a picture from me in high school. I know because I was still ugly then too. Never mind.
What the hell?
There's a picture. There's a video when you can see his whole body and he's kicking some kind of bottle or something off the.
Like one of those
that's
TikTok
actually,
challenges.
That's actually a separate one, but yeah, like not too far off from that.
Why Terrence never shows himself, man? Why you never on the cam?
It's on that video.
We don't deserve it, Wolf. You know that.
A lot of humans be asking that, but I keep telling them the same thing. I don't know why they not listening. Like every time I do this shit, I gotta move around. So if I have the camera on at random points, you're gonna see the ceiling, you're gonna see the floor. There's gonna be a briefcase. It's not to where I'm sitting at a desk like you guys. If I were doing that, then I'd have it on.
Okay, first of all, that feels like a personal attack. Second,
of course you would feel like that.
If you want to see Terrence full body, go to his OnlyFans.
Hey, if you
making extra money on the side.
Hey, look, like I appreciate that humans want to see me and stuff. I get it, but there are thousands of videos.
Some humans,
there are thousands of videos where you can see me. So
Oh, dude, that would be a great thing. You should call your subscribers subhumans. Oh man,
I should do what you. No. If I'm gonna do something, it's gonna be because Terrence come up.
Damn it!
Fuck that.
And Danny, edit that out so it can be Terrence's idea.
Wow, no.
But I told Wolf good. I was gonna give some time on here, so.
All right, bro. Appreciate
what
it.
you want to talk about, bro? No, you can stay a little bit longer.
Yeah.
All right.
You're our mascot. Let me pet you. You're a good man.
Oh shit! He called you our mascot, bro.
A mascot. Okay, John is fucking up today, man. What the fuck?
I'm sorry. I'm not the one that came in with a.
John's a man. He provided a lot of good entertainment a few nights at Robert Storm's channel.
Oh shit!
If anything, I would make the argument I killed the entertainment.
I don't know if we could call that entertainment, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah, for real.
If anything, I pumped the brakes on the entertainment. I think.
Nah, so question. But you want to talk about Wolf Geekdom?
I was always curious the fact that all these these characters on Stargirl, they're all a bunch of teenagers. If that ever was an issue for you guys.
I would make the argument no, just because we have a lot of young heroes. My issue is that we see a lack of development's a big thing, because we see more development with the villains than we do with the heroes. They're trying to do it last minute and it's just not working. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more in the next season or whatever. We're kind of just basing it with normal human shit.
But they're making it up as they go. That's not part of the actual lore, right? Of those characters.
No. Look. They do have legacy characters in the comic books, right? And then of course they've added some things. But look, you're talking about that they had the original JSA on Smallville. They had them on Legends of Tomorrow. They're gonna have them in the Black Adam movie. So this show is pulling from the original lore and picking from legacies and sort of adding on to already established characters for the sake of keeping it different. You have to, because they've done these characters before.
Yeah,
I think one of the main things that we all had problems with, or maybe not Terrence so much, is that the teenagers wasn't practicing their skills and stuff.
Yeah,
and they were fighting against these seasoned fighters and villains.
Yeah,
about 2 episodes ago,
yeah,
Stargirl was on her own against.
I still hate that.
Dragon King.
Made no sense,
I can't let it go. I can't let it go.
Bothered me as well.
And let's see. So if we look at these situations,
let me say one thing, Chance Rico. I didn't have a problem with the fighting. It just they didn't show us where they practice so much. But as far as the fighting, I'm cool with the fighting. And
fighting look good.
Wildcat, she can hold her own.
Okay,
I just want to see them kind
fighting was too clean though. Too clean.
Okay, look, number one, they definitely need training. They need some legit long training, all of them. Yeah. Number two, in the brainwave fight, she got her shit wrecked and she got lucky. She didn't even know that move she was doing. In the fight against Shiv, she got her shit wrecked and she almost got killed. In the fight against Dragon
with
King,
the staff,
she got wrecked and then she almost got killed. No, she got wrecked. She was about to die.
Didn't even get cut.
She was about to die. She was about to die, and Yolanda saved her by giving her the staff. So each one of these situations, they have something in common, all of which they showcase that she's a very capable, exceptional fighter. However, she still doesn't know what she's doing, which is why at any given moment, these characters have one-upped her, and she's in a situation to where you look at it. How did she get out of this situation? She got lucky every single time.
I can't argue that.
True.
I can.
And Wolf, just to answer your question, I don't mind them being kids, because let's say we have 5 seasons, we're gonna at least get to see them grow up over the seasons. You know what I mean? Cool. So as long as the seasons go on, and which I think it will, I think it's gonna be good. Even if it goes to CW, we're gonna still have the same writers.
If you think about Smallville, he looked teenagery whenever he first started, but whenever last season he looked like a grown man. So
and
that was his journey. That was his journey to being Superman, right? So Stargirl in the comics, she starts young and then she becomes a full grown woman.
I agree, but what I'm saying, Clark didn't look quite as young as these kids do.
Well, I'll make the nerd stuff. You also got to remember Spider-Man started at like 16. You got a lot of heroes that get these powers. The difference is that we're sitting here with these kids who are given magical items that really don't increase much about them. It's the powerful thing. The only one who really has the two that have a power are Rick and Yolanda. That's pretty much it. But we have to remember the suit's not like fucking bulletproof or anything. It just has claws and she can land on stuff.
It might be bulletproof. We don't know.
It has some armor built in there.
Oh, okay. Well, we haven't seen that. And again, we have to.
I understand that you haven't seen that, but I know that unless they just come out and say no, we took out the armor. So.
Well, I'm just saying, like, we could have had the fight with Dr. Ito's people, and they could have tried to stab her or something. And
there's something special about the suit, because it gotta be some kind of AI, because it was big and clunky on her when she first put it on.
Well, she can
put the helmet on.
Well, she can land. She's got cat-like reflexes stuff.
I know.
You were talking about it was form-fitting. Yeah.
It was big and clunky. But then when she put the helmet on, it came form-fitting right to her body.
Exactly.
I think to be a jerk. I think it's just because they saw Spider-Man. I think it's just because they saw Spider-Man.
And you also saw the energy go throughout the entire costume when that happened too.
So there's some kind of AI or something in there.
I think it's just for convenience.
Exactly, because it's not like that with the comics with the actual characters.
It's not energy based, but it does have some protection in it. You know, that goes back to what I said about.
We don't know about the protection.
I understand that, but I'm just saying it goes back to what I said earlier. They're going to do the familiar mixed with some tweaks for the sake of keeping you guessing. So someone like me can't just sit there and go, "Yep, I saw that coming. They did exactly that." There's been a couple of times where I was like, oh, like with Shiv, when she got blasted in her face and she regenerated. I was like, oh, I had the same reaction as Courtney. Like, that shit is new.
Which talk about a mess of a thing to do. Like, why would you not send Shiv out?
And I guarantee you, the Dragon King going to give himself some improvements because he got not maybe wrecked, but he got shamed in his own damn
in his house. In his house.
See, to me, like, in that situation, when she shot him, she knocked him out. You know, again, I go, okay, you got lucky. To me, that's not so much as wrecked as she had an opportunity to do one move that allowed her to escape. But in a more realistic situation where all these characters are fighting, maybe while her homegirl is being preoccupied, she might not be so lucky the next time. You know, she might end up coughing up some blood and different stuff like that before she either saves herself or somebody else saves her.
I'm still trying to figure out how all the heroes got out of that basement after Henry died. I was very curious about that.
They were behind the gate and there was an opening back there. Like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? The force field was there because Henry was doing it. And once he's dead, it's game over. And they just stood there and let the CW song.
No, it wasn't Henry.
How do we know it wasn't Henry?
Because Brainwave was the one who did it.
To keep them from coming in.
Okay, so then he kills Henry, so why not kill all the heroes?
Maybe he needed to mourn a little bit.
Okay, hang on. Here's my thing. Whenever we get to the
killed his own son, he has to have some form of feelings in him, you know. Like,
he did a little bit, a smidge, because he was like,
you'd hope so, but I doubt it. But you'd hope
like he had a smidge of feelings because if not, he would have just killed his son without talking to him. I don't care what anybody says.
Because he wanted to turn him. He wanted the powers. But once he knew he wasn't gonna, he fucking
I paid attention to when Henry said, "Dad, I love you," and he said, "I love you too, son." He could have said nothing, or he could have just wrecked him right there. You could tell that there was something. Now, people that are parents, they're gonna say, "Well, you wouldn't do that if you really love them." I can respect that, but at the same time, no. I'm still paying attention to what happened in the context of that scene. He tried to reason with them. He didn't want his little friends getting in the way. That's where the force field. And then you're talking about, I don't understand how they got out. What do you mean you don't understand?
Because they stood there after he died. They just stood there going, oh no, Henry's dead.
Because he died. And then they got out after that. Stop being ridiculous, man.
They cut to black. Brainwave could have just killed him.
I don't know. So because it cuts to black, you can't fill in the oh, come on, stop being ridiculous.
I can't fill in the blanks. Okay.
This guy, like,
infer it all. Infer it all. It's all fine.
Damn. This dude want to be spoon-fed everything.
I'm not oh, that's a hyperbolic statement, by the way.
No, it's not. Like, it's just like, you're like, it cut to black. I'm like, what the fuck you tapping after that,
still standing in that hallway. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but they could have ran. You don't know. Like,
just stop him. He's got we know he can stop people with his brain.
Okay, but when you say, why doesn't somebody kill, like, look, you know, if he would have killed
his son, he obviously doesn't care about them.
You have no show without them. You're killing all Stargirl and all the JSA.
Wow! So you're figuring out the problem. Maybe the heroes should have ran while the force field was still there. But it's not as emotional.
It's not a problem, John. It's the make and break of this comic book stuff. Stop acting like you ain't never seen this.
But he knows he could get them anytime, though.
You know? I mean, we can make the argument, but they're in the lair. Do you really want? You have them there, dead to rights. Why not?
We can make the argument that they could just leave out of the way where they were standing. How is that an argument? It's just
it's fine. Okay, so they just walked out. That's fine.
No, maybe they ran out. I don't fucking know, John. Like, you can fill in the blanks, but you acting like when it turned black, that it just nothing else makes sense after that because they didn't show us. Like,
you don't see them as a threat, man, at all.
I guess
he's too godlike. His powers are too godlike.
Exactly.
I mean,
he like them little peons and shit. Like he was like, yo,
Man,
you got lucky. I'm gonna see you next week,
though.
and I'm gonna fuck your shit up. That's what Brainwave was thinking. You go ahead and run to your little parents and shit. I just
love that. I love that line of thinking. It's like, man, such a bummer. I put my characters in this situation that I need something dumb to happen so that we can have another episode next week. That'd be great.
Something dumb to. Okay, like I said, you acting like you ain't never seen the comic book shit.
Something like that happened before in a movie, anyways. You know what I mean?
Happens all the time. Happens all the time.
Well, John, you're a writer, John, right? You're a writer, right? You went to school for this. Like you should know how. Yeah, but you should know how storytelling goes.
Well,
exactly. This shit happens all the time, boy. Like I'm telling you.
Oh, so because mistakes happen, we should be okay with mistakes. All the time.
Sometimes it's necessary,
man. This dude called a writing point a mistake. He's like, it turned to black. They messed up. I'm like, the episode ended, John.
So it's like the world just goes on pause then. It's like, oh my god, that's just some lemon ass
dramatics.
It's just funny though. It's just funny because no, seriously, if it doesn't cut to black, just play out the rest of that scene, right? They're all standing there. and Brainwave standing there going, nah, come back here. And then he kills him.
No, he just says,
okay, I'll let him go. Oh man, like, I feel like we could just apply this to all movies and shows now. Like, so how did they get back on the ship?
We should write it better. Don't put him in a position like that.
No, man.
No. Hey, Terrence, here you go. How did all the fucking oh my gosh, Thor Ragnarok, right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
They destroy the ship at the end. Then all of a sudden, all of Asgard is on Earth. How did the Asgardians get there?
There's only 50% of them, and it's the ones that are on the other
hand. See, you know, we didn't have to see that scene. It was like, okay, they're looking at the ship. We don't need to go, oh, how did they get on? I don't know. They fucking walked on. They flew like they got on.
You know that Thanos wasn't going to kill the other half. It's part of.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Okay, listen closely. No, listen to what I'm saying. Okay. In Thor Ragnarok, right at the end credit scene, we see Thanos' ship come in. Right? Yes. Infinity Wars, Thanos is in the ship and there's all these dead Asgardians, right? Yes. Then when they find Thor, the ship is destroyed, right? But then when we go to Asgard, there's 50% of the Asgardians there. They never showed the Asgardians leaving the ship, so how did they get on Earth?
Do you understand that I think that is also a problem? Like you just whataboutism was something that could have been taken care of. We could have seen the ship crashed in Scotland.
This shit is crazy. So we gonna look. This shit is crazy. We gonna have Beta Ray Bill come in the room. He gonna be looking at Stormbreaker. We don't see him pick it up. The next movie is holding. How did he get it? I don't know. He walked over and picked it up. Like
so hyper fucking bollick. It's kind of that you would actually say that. Like,
but it's true though.
John, what did you just say? You said it turned black and we didn't see it.
No.
Come on.
No. The bullshit comes from it's like that's like that stupid ass argument where people are like, oh, you didn't like the way Luke Skywalker was, so you obviously wanted him to just jump around like Yoda shooting lasers. It's like, yeah, way to make the most hyperbolic ass fucking statement to
John, don't turn this around because you fucked up.
No, because I completely still agree with you guys. Are like, you gave me an example making the assumption that I also like I agreed with you on that, which I don't. I think it was something that could have been handled. They just chose not to.
The point was,
if I thought you agreed, if we thought you agreed, we wouldn't have went into all these fucking examples.
Yeah, right.
Like, no, but we go in Thor Ragnarok. No, but you were so sure that I was like going to be like, well, you know,
no, I wasn't
sure of nothing. No, negative.
My point is you didn't see it, but because you didn't see it, that's an issue.
But those are big issues. Those are big.
No, they're not. No. Like I said, you want to look, John. I get it. Look, you want to be spoon fed. You want to be spoon fed everything. I get it, man. I get it. That's fine.
Just try to imagine how do you think they got off that ship?
I would make my argument that if I had to try and infer something, because I don't know, because the ship was broken in fucking half. So we're going to hope that it can be sealed off enough to where it shows up. But I was under the impression like, okay, so maybe the half they're on is the half that has everybody dead. And the other half crash landed into Earth.
Sure. Let me ask you one question.
Yeah,
they weren't even near Earth.
Is it that important that you got to see every aspect of? And I'm not saying this to be a smart ass. I'm just asking.
no, it's fine. It's fine.
Is it that important that you got to see every aspect of every situation, every scenario in a movie?
No, absolutely not. But this was something that Henry is there to distract Brainwave or whatever to give them a chance to get away. And there's this barrier. I don't know who's doing it. I'd have to recheck the episode. I'm pretty sure it was Henry doing it to let them get away. I'm pretty sure. If you go back,
he did it at first, but then I think when our man was trying to use his strength,
did you see how it got bigger too? It got bigger. That was Brainwave that did that shit. Henry had that small one, and then that shit got bigger.
And that's fine. But what I'm saying, once that battle's over, they're still there. If it's kind of like the idea of like he's holding the rubble for them to escape. He's like, get the fuck out, run, get out of here. So once they leave, they die. And he could have like Yolanda could have heard Henry's voice in her head saying, I am sorry. We could have still gotten that moment. We didn't need them standing there looking at his body.
I have to agree with John on that. If I would have killed my son, my next step would have been to kill them.
Yeah.
Because there's no protective barrier to stop me from killing them.
And that's all I'm saying.
But he didn't do it.
And what I said to that was, you have no show. You're not killing Stargirl.
Let him run.
I agree with you. You have no show, but it doesn't make sense.
What I say to that is,
a lot of stuff doesn't make sense.
Let him run away. Just let him run away.
Or they should have run away.
But let's just assume they did. That's how they got away.
That's how they got away.
The problem is they were standing there before it got to black.
Real talk.
Wow.
Okay. Now I am basic math. Trigonometry. I'm not trigonometry.
Oh boy.
But I'm gonna dabble a little bit into geometry.
Jeez.
Okay, with John, if they're there fighting, and let's say Brainwave Jr. puts up the protective shield.
Yes.
And then he tries to get out when our man uses his strength to try to let him get out. But then Brainwave sends another shield to cover that. Once the rocks are down, they're not running away. If I remember the episode correctly, they're there crying and mourning over him.
Yes.
Okay.
So my question is, if you're the villain, you're trying to kill him. And I know if you kill him there, the show is over with, but it doesn't make sense that he didn't go after him and try to kill him.
I agree.
Okay.
You know what else? You know what else doesn't make sense?
Yeah.
Pretty much everything we could bring up. Bring up any show or movie. I guarantee you, it's full of stuff that doesn't make sense.
We're not talking about all shows. We're talking about this one point.
What about
I know, but to be fair, though, my point was that it didn't make sense. I agree, but you can't kill them off, though.
I got you, but on real talk, usually I am dead set against whatever John got to say on most of this stuff. Now when I'm on his side, this shit got to be something wrong.
Something went wrong. The thing though, with that specific point, I specifically said that it doesn't make sense, and then I coupled that with you're not going to kill the characters though.
I agree. I'm just saying. I agree with John that they should have been running away while the fight was going on.
And I get what you guys are saying, but let's put it this way: it's a TV show. How do you end it? No. Listen to me first. How do you end it in a dramatic fashion? By showing the pain on these guys' face, not them running away.
You can do it
exactly. It ended like that. It had to do with the dramatics of the situation.
I know what you're saying, also, but then plenty of times you'd be like, they could be like trying to save him while the stuff is falling. He's still alive. They're like, come on, man, we gotta go. If we don't go, he's gonna kill us. They could have been doing all that in that slow motion, dramatic way, and Stargirl dragging somebody. Come on, we gotta go.
We have a 30-minute show. It's not.
I'm just saying.
Look. Hold on. Can throw his voice into their brain, so they're leaving. He could have said all the things he needed to say.
I could have did that scene a million different ways, but look. There's nothing like having characters pause in a moment. There's nothing like that.
Exactly.
You don't get the same thing when they're running away. Because it's like but to me, like I felt it. And when they were standing there like fuck, like this dude is dead as fuck and we could not help him, and they were just standing there. That shit had me fucked up when I watched it.
Why are you messing with me, Donnie? Yes, the game
I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off at you and Terrence because y'all making me defend John on this damn trigonometry shit. I don't fuck with that trigonometry shit.
I'm gonna let it go because I'm sorry. I'm gonna be the narcissist.
But Danny, to be fair though, before you started defending John, I also again stated that that's a good point. But they did it for a certain reason because they didn't want to kill the characters. I didn't say that John was wrong. Remember that.
But you can't be right. Now, Terrence, you can't be right on every damn point we make now. You try to be right on every point we make.
Look. It's not about me being right. It's about me creating safety nets. When I tell someone that, okay, I understand their point, and if I don't say that you're wrong, that means I get you, but I'm getting you to look at why they did something, not so much John is wrong. I didn't say John was wrong.
I know why they did it, but why they did it in this one particular point, not everything else we've been discussing on Equilibrium, but on this one particular point, I'm with John because it don't make sense.
Terrence, can we Phantom Zone the both of them?
Phantom Zone yourself.
How about this trick? How about that trick right there? How you like them apples? Huh? How you like them apples?
That's what it's like to be monetized.
Guess who is Thanos on this channel? Y'all two done been snapped. I didn't get 50% of the stream, but I got damn near 25% of it, a little bit more than that.
Danny got the power now.
Danny, look. Danny, you
look at that. He gets monetized and he turns into an
Danny, you know I understand what you and John are saying. You know, again, it's just to create this wholesome conversation. I like you to look at all the points of the square.
I'm looking at all.
I did, and
exactly. So, and like I said, that shit fucked me up when they were standing. If they started running away and shit, I'd have been like, nothing. Oh, damn.
It wouldn't have the same effect.
Exactly. I would have been thinking like, oh, I guess they're sad, but I mean, I guess you got to take off when you got to take off, right?
Okay. No, here's some bullshit. If we're gonna do whataboutism stuff, then how about when you watch Fellowship of the Ring? And fucking Gandalf goes, "Fly, you fools," and they have to run away. You're telling me when they got out of the mountain and they all sat down and you took out all the audio and did slow-mo and everybody's crying, you're telling me that wasn't emotional in any way?
You're talking about when they use that music too? Oh, hell yeah, that shit fucked me up. But again, it worked for that.
John, you about to lose me when you go to that Fellowship of the Ring shit.
I'm sorry, I'm a fucking nerd, but I'm saying if we're gonna bring up,
have a 30-minute show.
So what? Look,
they did what they had to do within the 30 minutes. I'm sorry that you.
That's an hour show. We're talking about. It's an hour show.
Well, no. Without the commercials, it's about 40 on DC streaming service. It's about 48 minutes. But on the CW is 44 minutes.
But people act like the way it was written was the only way it could happen. It's like no,
but just because you didn't like the way it happened.
Okay, and there it is. I like how I can go back to the part.
That's
okay. Look. I specifically said there are a million ways that you could have done that, but in the way that they did it, I like that. I said it fucked me up. Like if they would have did it the other ways, maybe I would have liked that too. But there's no guarantee. But there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that it would have had the same effect on me, though.
Come on.
And there's no guarantee that the way they did it was going to have any emotional effect on the person who watched that version.
So, John,
it had an effect on me because I said it fucked me up.
And I said I thought it was good, but then
I didn't say you didn't know.
Like looking at the scene and you're going like, "Huh, that was really emotional." And the acting
what should have happened then.
Yeah, exactly.
What should have happened, John? Snap all their necks right there on the spot.
Do it.
Do it. Yeah, that's what he looks like. He's saying.
Do it. Danny, no, what I'm saying is don't leave them there. Write them and have them.
Don't play with me on this day right now like that. Don't do it, Danny.
How's Popovich doing, Enzo? How's Popovich doing?
Don't do it, Danny.
I told you John Morant is from Sumter, South Carolina, where I live at. Why am I not going to go for him?
Because they're playing the Spurs. You don't got my back. You don't know him.
Okay, we have talked 1 hour.
Wait. To let the humans know, look, I enjoyed the episode. The highlight of the episode to me was the Shining Knight. I've been waiting to see him since the jump. I love how they did it.
He's whack as fuck. He better do something. Or if I could, I would Phantom Zone his ass because he impressed me a bit yet.
So you didn't like when he when he laid Shiv out?
Man? What can he do but swing a sword?
He ain't doing shit. Right now, he ain't doing shit.
He's
right
a great
now,
fighter. So you didn't like no scenes with him.
floor.
You didn't like when he came in and laid out Shiv. You didn't like that. You didn't like this.
No.
Okay, well,
I think
look. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's your view.
I ain't saying I ain't gonna like him whenever he do some shit. But right now he ain't doing shit for me to like him.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't like him right now, that is fair. But for me, he is the highlight of the episode that just came out.
He's probably immortal.
Let me ask you guys this: you think we see Grundy in the next 2 episodes?
We fucking better.
I hope
maybe like
the last episode they might release him and be like, okay, release Grundy or whatever, and we might see him walking out the damn cage, and that'll be it.
You know what? Like because he's all CGI, they will probably use him a little bit. I'm thinking,
wow, that's
maybe
gonna
like
take
near
money.
the end of the whatever battle that they have in the final episode, the last 5 or 10 minutes, because if you look at what they do with these kinds of shows, like even like the King Shark versus Gorilla Grodd, that was at the end of the episode, and it was like 3-4 minutes. So that's probably what they're gonna do with Grundy. And Grundy, the CGI, the amount of money that they spend on him is even higher than that.
Who could fuck with him though? Who could fuck with him?
In terms of the people,
it has to be that car machine. Or that genie.
Well,
see,
Justin Sword can cut off some of Grundy's limbs.
You know that dude goes up against Superman like nothing. So are these? I mean, like,
well,
you need somebody with that level of power to go up against him.
Well, here's the thing though. Like Grundy can take a lot of damage. Like, I mean, think about this. Like in terms of Justin Sword,
think you can kill him.
Well, you got Rick.
Nah,
you can immobilize him. Maybe
you can stop Grundy. You just need to like make sure you cut him up into bits and shit like that, or vaporize him. But speaking of cutting him up into bits, Justin's sword is said that it can almost cut through anything, and Grundy like he can cut through that. That's not a problem. It's not like it's a dwarf star or something like that.
Can't Grundy regenerate?
He can to some degree, like depending on the interpretation. Sometimes it's more or less, but you can stop him. It just takes a lot of power. Like whether it be that you vaporize him or you just chop him up like and toss him aside. So I don't think Justin's gonna chop him up. But if he's coming at him and Justin is on point with his memories, then he can just come in there and just like, yo, your arm is gone, Grundy, what you want? And then have the rest of the group jump his ass.
Ooh, but do you see that happening on this show though? Like Grundy getting his arm cut off?
It's possible. Like it's possible in the sense of like, look, if they're gonna do like some sort of action-packed thing, you would have to show the audience of people that don't know about Grundy that he can be weakened, but it takes a great force. And if you show that, because they don't know the Justin character aside of what they only seen on the show, which is nothing. You have to show them how great he is, and what better way to do that than to have him fuck up Solomon Grundy. You know what I'm saying? At least, yeah.
So do you think Power Man's strong enough to take Grundy? Let's go!
No, absolutely not. That episode where he was ripping off the door, fuck Hour Man, like no, that was I was yelling at the screen. Anzo, when that shit happened, when he was like, I gotta get him, dude, to kill. I was like, Rick, you dumb motherfucker, don't you rip off that door? Like I was like, oh shit. Cause look, the original Hour Man, like even though like Pat even addressed it about how he could have made more power for himself, but he wanted to make it just an hour so he wouldn't be consumed by the power. But as it is now, as Rick has it, that shit is not strong enough to take out no Grundy. Like picture Grundy come up, Rick, if he really channels it, he can maybe deck him, and then Grundy go back a couple steps, and Grundy like, bitch ass motherfucker.
Nah, Rick's gonna give him a sleeper hold. Game over. End of episode.
But you think
no.
And then they'll cut to black.
I think it's something with that damn formula. I don't know whether they're going to improve upon it or do something, but that formula is still kind of in the picture some kind of way. So
it's going to be a Grundy potion.
Yeah, they will probably improve it as the show goes on because it can be, but there are consequences because it takes a toll on your body, especially if you increase how much strength output can go into the user. So, but if Hour Man were to jump on Grundy and put him in a sleeper hold, Grundy go like one arm, get your ass off my fucking back and toss him through a wall. Like, what you doing, man? So they have to jump him. Like, I really like I said, it'd be cool if Justin, he has one of those Justin lines, and then the Grundy's trying to swing at him, and Justin's like just dodging his ass and cut him up real quick, and then they jump him. It's gonna take a team effort. But like someone like Justin,
cocky though, man. That kid is super cocky.
Yeah, he is.
He needs an ass whooping like you read about.
What the fuck? He got his ass whooped by Sportsmaster. The dude was coughing up blood. I'm like, that was
he's still a little
asshole. He still ain't gonna change.
Yeah, no, I know, but he did get his ass whooped. But yo, if Grundy start laying them hands up on him, yeah, I think he gonna think about it. Like, you know what, man? I better rethink my entire life because that shit hurt.
Danny, stop selling death sticks and go home and rethink your life.
Danny, I'm bootlegging the game and it's a few minutes behind. Stop telling me the score right now. You're ruining this shit for me, man.
But
no, it's fine. Just cut to black. You can infer the rest of the game.
You know what? Hey, you know what though, Anzo? What they could do, man, is they could get it to the point to where Grundy almost kills one of the members of the group, and then you kind of have like that slowed down, like in the moment, and then somebody got to come and do something to Grundy, because if he's already laying him out and he has, I don't care if it's Courtney or whoever, it'd be like, what the fuck are they gonna do? And it's good that you think like that, because who knows what's gonna happen. I would have to view the situation like, okay, well, Justin's down, Yolanda's down, Rick's down, Pat's machine looks like I can't even recognize what it's supposed to be because Grundy fucked it up. So that'd be a problem. Like, who's going to come now? If Courtney's brother, if that dude could come in with Thunderbolt, that fucking Jinn that passes off as a genie because he thinks that people like genies better. Jinns are normally associated with evil. Like, if he comes in with that shit, that could be his moment. Just like, look what I got. And then Thunderbolt be like, yeah. You're like, yeah, hey, man, make a wish. And then, you know, maybe you could do something to Grundy that way, like, because there's only so much that can happen. But that would be a good shine on him, and people, maybe they won't end up liking him. Like, I don't have a problem with him. He's all right. But, like, for the sake of that character, Thunderbolt, that would put a highlight on him, because most people don't fucking know about how that character is awesome and what he can do and how they can make him look. So you can have a moment where you got two awesome-looking CGI characters, because Thunderbolt would, you know, that would be dope.
That makes sense. Another theory I had: do you think it's possible that they could break the spell that they have on Grundy and have Grundy fight with them?
Good point, Anzo. That's good thinking. I'll tell you this.
Right.
Thunderbolt, with his magical abilities, could reverse that easily.
That's what I was questioning.
So let's say they're all wrecked, and then, you know, Grundy has one of the members he's about to kill them, and the rest of the Injustice Society are still standing, right? I'm like, that's a lot of forces to beat. Only something like Dr. Fate or Green Lantern or Thunderbolt can rectify that situation. It would have to be someone like that, to where they can quickly take out all of them with little effort.
Cool.
So yeah. I like that, Anzo. That'd be crazy, because look, Grundy, he works with a lot of villains, right? But he chooses to. Like, if it shows that like Grundy was doing his thing and Icicle's like, yo, we need you, and Grundy's like, nah, I'm doing my own thing, and then fucking Dr. Ito like forced him into this shit. Like, when he snaps out of that, Grundy is gonna be pissed, and he's gonna want to charge them and fuck them up. So like, that can just man, that can get crazy real quick.
Or he'll be like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Right. He can do that too. Grundy has his moments where he has the fuck you, I'm going home. Yeah. He's done that before. That would actually be kind of funny. Funny. Grundy, where's your family, Grundy?
He's too powerful to be kept around too long. You know?
Shout out to Mace Windu. He's too powerful to be kept left alive.
No, you're right. Like, but see, it depends on how they want to approach it, right? You got the intensity, but if you have Grundy just walk away, that would be some legit ass shit. Like, he just like, man, fuck all y'all. I didn't even want to be here. So
he got no stakes in the game. He don't give a fuck. He's just he's a zombie.
Right. So then Thunderbolt would be like, okay, well, he's walking away, but what about the rest of these motherfuckers right here? You want me to do something about them? And then that's when they'll try. Icicle try to freeze them, and Thunderbolt's like, really? and then they find out like, okay, shit, like what do we do now? I would imagine that they've encountered Thunderbolt, or maybe they haven't, because not all the members are going to be around all the time. So it would be pretty sick if they didn't know, or if they've had an interaction, it was only limited, so they don't know the full make and break of the character. Oh, I can't wait to see that, Anzo. Like,
yeah, me too.
Those are some good thinking points, because you could really do a really funny situation
What's
during the fight, or it can just be complete intensity and just Jesus, all these characters is getting wrecked. Like, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking Danny, so
yes. I told you I was gonna meme you. I told
you. You know what though? You remember Anzo?
Anzo, Danny that sent it.
Anzo, you remember how you asked me? You remember how you asked me, Anzo, about like what they would do with the character because he's so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you would have to write him in a way to where he's just only going to respond to the situation. You know, so that would mean that the user would have to tell him what to do. Now, here's the thing though about Mike, right, the boy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say he comes with Thunderbolt, and because he doesn't really know how to use him, but there's supposed to be a bond that's formed over time.
Mm-hmm.
So what could happen is maybe Mike is about to die, but then the Thunderbolt acts without him saying anything, because it will act to defend the user. So you can have a sort of very touching, heroic moment with Thunderbolt, maybe trying to save Mike because he tried to save his family and shit, and then now he's about to die.
Ooh, I need your knowledge, sir, Terrence Person Man. I was curious because they made a whole rigmarole goofy thing about the staff not working for her, and I know it's just for tension or whatever. I'm really curious. They made it seem like it was like glowing, like more special. Like it wasn't as yellow; it was like more pure white and all that.
Right?
Is that like a thing, or is
that is a good question, John? I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, so John, right? Like in terms of why Courtney was using it at first, right?
Oh shit!
She did it because she's like, "Oh, my dad is Starman. I want to be like him," right? Yeah. There's a difference between that, John, and then remember how when she tried to use it at first and it wasn't working because she didn't believe in herself. Okay, what do you guys like? What am I not seeing? Like,
did you not see it?
Oh wow! And John and Terrence start talking.
You're welcome, internet. You are welcome.
Damn, Danny and Anzo. I didn't know y'all felt like that.
Nope, that was me.
Hey, man,
that was John.
I'm trying to watch this game, and these guys fucking with me,
Damn.
That was me, 100%. I told you I was memeing that face.
Danny, this is the exact same reason why I told you guys I was leaving the goddamn internet. This is what I told you.
All right, hold up before I.
Sorry, internet. I'll be sharing on Twitter that photo blank, so you can meme the shit out of it. Follow me, and you will have a new meme.
That's gold right there.
I'm sorry. That was I had to.
Okay, so yeah, John. Okay, yes. So you like, as you've seen, she was like, okay, my dad is Starman. I'm gonna be a hero and stuff. And then
can I say? I actually thought I was like really worried they were gonna do something with the locket, like as if the locket was like something.
I thought
with staff. Because like I was like, ooh, maybe the dad's like a villain and he's like got to take the locket off of her or something.
Well, I mean, he is. I mean, at this point, people just see him as an asshole. But I'm like, no, that dude is evil as fuck. But like,
right.
But okay, so and then after that, you saw that the staff wasn't working, and then Pat was just like, no, it didn't choose you because of who your dad is or isn't. It's because of what you were thinking, what you were feeling, and knew who you were as a person. So when she picked it up and she started believing in herself, it's one of those things that you see that the staff was growing brighter, the light bulbs and shit started blowing up, because that is a genuine thing. It's one thing for you to go, I'm going to do this because, this person is my dad, versus I want to be a hero and I want to help people. That is a genuine reason. So thereby, in turn, the weapon, in this case being the cosmic staff, she gets the full blunt of its power now.
Yeah, and it's pseudo reminded me of like a quicker version of Raimi Spider-Man 2, where like Peter was like losing his powers because he was unsure of himself. So it was kind of poetic. I kind of liked it. It was neato.
Yeah.
I cannot get over the fact that we went 0 to 100 with the mom being like, "All right, super stuff," and she's like, "Ah!"
Yeah,
you know what? Like the characters that they put around, our heroes and villains, like be it the friend or family member or a life partner. It's like sometimes you get the whole they more or less are average, but then you get the ones where you're like, yeah, okay, you thought this out, because when you're in a moment, oftentimes because of the emotions, you're not really thinking clearly. But then when you have time to think, if you really love someone or someone's your friend, you have to give them the chance to explain. There's reasons behind it. I'm sure that this person or these people, they weren't trying to hurt you, they were just trying to protect you.
Yo, you guys notice that Icicle is the dude from Daredevil from Netflix?
Oh, he's the what?
Bullseye.
He's Bullseye. Yeah.
Him,
Which I thought that Bullseye was dope. I liked him.
He was.
No. I think that's a different actor. Like,
I think that's
him. Are you
up.
sure? I think it's the same dude.
I think
he killed it as Bullseye.
Pull up the Bullseye actor in him, because while
we look him up,
sworn I was, because
you know who Courtney's dad was. He's the dude that was with Michael Clark Duncan on some fucking bullshit like Bones spin-off show that went fucking nowhere, and now he's in like sci-fi shitty films.
Hey, Alonzo, are you pulling that up? Like, just put because I could have sworn that was a different actor. I'm not saying like I'm right, but I remember the actor that plays the current Icicle. I remember him from Blade the series. He was one of the head vampires in that show, which was, his character was cool. I just wish the show would have been better and had more time to develop. But
yeah, rest in peace, Spike TV. Remember when that was a fucking thing?
Yeah. So Anzo, same actor, different dude. Because like I could have sworn.
I'm looking at him now. Hold on, I'm just going through his shows.
Because I know they look very similar, so it's like
No, it's not him.
It's not him.
That's what I thought. Wow. Yeah, they just look similar. Yeah, they just look very similar.
Wilson Benthal.
That's wild. I could have sworn it was him.
No, nothing wrong with that, man. They look very fucking similar. That's why I was like, hey, check on that real quick to see what's up with that.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's a cool ass character though, Icicle.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting? Over on my channel, like I've had a sea of fucking humans come in, DC fans, Stargirl fans, and shit, and subbing, and like it's fucking crazy. So they were asking me, they was like, "What the fuck?" They was like, "I didn't know Stargirl was on Smallville." I was like, "Yeah, they had a lot of people on Smallville," and then there was
on Legends.
Yeah, and I have that on my channel too. So like they were coming in like, "Yo, this shit is dope," and you doing the reviews and shit, but like, they were like, "So you think this is gonna happen on Stargirl?" And I was like, "Well, the Icicle that you're seeing in the context of Smallville, that's Icicle Jr. That's his son." They was like, "Oh, that's the son?" I was like, "Yes, the son that you see on Stargirl, that motherfucker is supposed to turn evil."
John, if you posted that, take it down.
What? You don't like it?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, really? You don't want to get memed?
Oh, hey, come on, man! Like, don't
publicity, man. Is that publicity right there?
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
I thought
take that down.
All right.
but yeah, like, because I was telling them, I was like, well, in Smallville, what happened was, Icicle, he took on the original JSA, and they wrecked his shit and put him in a coma. So Icicle Jr., he got older. Amanda Waller recruited him, gave him all the info on the JSA, and Icicle Jr. tracked a lot of them down and fucking killed them. And Hawkman, being their leader, he was observing it, but like he was like, "What the fuck, Icicle?" He's like, "I thought we put him in a coma." It's like, "Oh shit, it's his son." But Amanda Waller was manipulating Icicle Jr. She used him to kill all these heroes, so that way she can get full funding for her Suicide Squad program. And then she fucking killed Icicle Jr. and shot him in his face. Like that shit was dirty.
So, yeah, that's hardcore. That is hardcore.
Yeah, that's how they did it all. She said to him, "Welcome to the Suicide Squad." She just shot him dead in his face. I was like, "Damn, Amanda!" Like,
did he look cool though?
yeah, like he looked.
Did they
like
cut
he
to
had
black?
his little thing, like they had the his skin, like like how Icicle in Stargirl, how he turns his skin, like you got the kind of ice effect and it's blue.
Yeah.
But Icicle Jr., they just got him like that all the time because eventually it does get like that. And his personality, he's nowhere near as disciplined and as focused as his dad. He's like the whole, I'm going to act on all of my emotions. So maybe in the context of Stargirl, maybe Icicle going to get wrecked in the finale. And then his son going to see that. And then maybe that's what turns him evil. But because they did that already, you never know what kind of spin. Like maybe he becomes a hero for a little bit. And then something else happens that turns him evil because his son, I feel like his son has probably killed more people, but just because he doesn't think like his dad, he's just like kill him, kill him, kill him. You don't think about the long term. He ain't gonna be a leader like his father. He's just too damn emotional.
Much more reckless, yeah.
Exactly.
Can I go into the chat for a minute? I want to shout out to Zach. Sorry if I fuck this up. I'm really sorry. Galexola. Galzola, he commented, "Did you guys hear that Wilford Brimley died yesterday at 85? He is the quote unquote Quaker Oats guy, the diabetes, but he's been in like great films like The Thing, and he was on Walker Texas Ranger. I'm actually kind of butthurt. He's if you guys didn't follow him on Twitter, he's fucking hilarious. He was like asking people the other day what his pro wrestling name should be, and I'm just like, dude, a guy who's like 85, like I don't know, still like in the game and being funny. I'm like, I love that stuff. Like
Quaker Oats, like I don't know, that might
he just did the commercials. He wasn't like the he wasn't like the guy.
No, I know, but it just that could be kind of hardcore. Like, yo, Quaker Oats just fucked this shit up. Like that'd be crazy.
I just felt bad. He brought it up, and like I found out about it this morning, and I was actually really butthurt about it. Like if you're part of the EFAP community, he was kind of a meme for like the last month, and it's kind of a shame. So shout out to Wilford Brimley. He was a cool actor, and go watch Walker Texas Ranger before the CW potentially ruins it with Jared Padalecki.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I like Jared Padalecki, but I'm like, no, you ain't gonna do that better than Chuck Norris.
Walker Texas Ranger, dude, without Chuck Norris, and they're gonna bring him on for like an episode, and you're just gonna want to be mad.
He might be the one that trains Jared, but see, I would argue that Jared Padalecki has all the training he needs. He literally has faced everything in
Don't get me wrong, I love me some Supernatural. I like me some new Supernatural, but
did I miss something? They're doing a new Texas Ranger?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess they I don't know if they finished the season, but I know they were working on it.
I know they shot the pilot, if I remember correctly. I believe the pilot has been shot, but then they got put on hold because of
the pandemic. But I mean, I like Jarrett. I used to watch Walker, so I'll give it a shot. I mean, at the very least, it should be entertaining, I suppose, but we'll see.
So Danny, you still there?
I'm here. I'm just checking.
He's watching the basketball game too.
I've been watching
Spurs won.
Granddaddy Popovich coming out again.
Anzo or the damn, he got booted.
You got fucking booted. Damn.
Yep, sometimes in life.
Well, the Spurs are 2-0 since the.
Damn. So the Spurs, are they not like popular or what? What was?
They're the greatest team.
Oh no!
Damn,
greatest team ever. He said
the greatest team. I mean, I don't like follow basketball.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I have. Look, I was a Pacers fan, and then after they lost in Game 7 yet again to the Knicks, I believe it was in '97. I was fucking over it. I couldn't watch it anymore. But goddamn, come on, dude, the Bulls, come on.
Spurs.
Wait, hold on. Like I gotta ask Anzo. So Anzo, so Spurs through and through, huh? That's your team, right?
Spurs over Bulls.
They are good stuff, though.
It would be a very Danny's favorite team.
Lakers.
Oh, boo!
How
Good thing they went to LA. We're all.
Who me?
Yeah, how about you? You follow basketball like
Nah,
that?
not anymore, man. I fell off a long time ago, man. You know, but I still respect it and appreciate it.
Yeah, he's the guy who
fair enough.
Yeah, Wolf's just the guy who dunks basketballs at the halftime show.
I'm assuming that he is a
hey, if you do that, that's dope.
That what?
I'm assuming you're a North Carolina State fan, right?
Me? No, man. Not even, man.
You got the mascot on.
Is this actually the mascot? The mascot?
I'm talking about on your avatar.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right.
He don't
I didn't even realize that shit, man. But you're
right. Yeah, I always thought you were the Wolfpack fan, man. The way your avatar looked.
I thought it was just some random shit I found online and shit. I was like, I'm gonna use this. Right? Damn, probably get fucking sued for that shit or something. I don't know, right?
No, you'd be good. Yeah,
that's the case. I'd be sued for rocking Mace Windu.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
you're right.
Nothing like Mace Windu.
You're right. Nah, eventually I'm gonna upgrade that fucking avatar, man. Gotta get that shit made custom or something.
Hey, Danny.
Yes, sir.
And Lakers 1-1.
They are.
Oh, okay. The Spurs are 2-0.
What? I can hear you. You see? You just said supposed to be in fan zone.
Yeah, so how does that work on you guys' show? Like, Danny, are you constantly throwing Anzo off?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. The minute I say Michael Jordan sucks.
Damn. That's funny.
You say he sucks, but you stay putting money in his pocket, man. With all the Jordan shit.
Yeah, who rock more stuff than you do? Jordan stuff than you do.
I feel like every time Jordan turns in his sleep, that's like some millions of dollars that he's making.
Yeah, probably.
How much money do you think he gets from the crying meme of his face constantly?
He said that at Kobe. He said, y'all gonna make me
have another
wife. I wasn't gonna cry, but y'all gonna make me have another meme because he was crying at Kobe.
Has that happened?
That was sad as fuck.
That was legit sad.
I was like, oh shit. Like I saw that pain, man. I was like, nah, that's sorry about that.
Oh, Terrence, I don't know if you've heard about this, but I had this the other day. I need to go get more. I feel like this is made for you.
What?
Oh! Yep.
It was actually tasty. It's an energy drink. It's actually pretty good shit.
Yes, Ninja, damn right, abuse of power.
Yeah, right. Like I said, dude, Danny's got that. He's got that monetization dollar sign at the bottom.
He's like, hey,
somebody gets a little drunk with that.
You just got the one, John, or you got like a whole case of them, or
no? It was just one. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a Hy-Vee. It's kind of like if you live in the South, there's Publix or like a Albertsons or something like that. Or Piggly Wiggly, I don't know. But Hy-Vee is like our Midwest version. Yeah, they got a bunch of these, and they're it's actually pretty good. It tastes like a blue slushy, not like blue raspberry, but like generic ass blue slushy.
Huh? Makes it.
It's a great.
I bet you Terrence had that before, right? You've had it though, Terrence.
No,
right?
I haven't had it before, but I know what it is.
Boston America Corp.
Your mouth is watering for it now, eh, Terrence?
No, yeah, you heard my react like fuck.
Yeah, it's good shit. It was actually not bad for like I think it was like $1.89 or something. It wasn't bad.
I think I scared my dog and shit. Yo, y'all didn't see that shit. My dog was like, "No, fuck this." Like,
I drank that and I'm like, dude, I need Terrence to send me his workout regime like right now. I need to Kamehameha. I need to Kamehameha this fucking bitch right now.
So you want the one where I'm pissed, or you want just the chill one? Because there are different.
I need the pissed one because I feel like with the state of affairs lately and the way 2020 is going, I need to be ready for the apocalypse. So
yeah.
Hey Danny, wouldn't you like to watch a movie or one of these shows with Terrence, man?
Like Terrence trying to train me.
I said, wouldn't you like to watch like a Marvel movie or DC movie with Terrence? That shit must be hilarious.
Everybody would be dead.
Don't take this away from me. Anzo, don't take this away from me. We've had this discussion. I said I want a Black Dynamite reboot. with Terrence. That's what I want. I want it now.
Hey, you know what's funny about that, Anzo? Like,
I can see Terrence like on. You ever seen a movie called The One?
With Jet Li. Oh God!
He's on the top of the mountain in like hell or whatever.
Beating down every other fake Terrences.
I don't know any of your names, but you will know my name.
And right before he kills him, he's like, "You're just a human." Pow!
Yep.
They're like fake Terrence, fake Terrence, fake Terrence.
Like, get your ass out of here. There's only one
Terrence.
Like, get out of here.
And then after he kills one of them, cut to black.
I see what you did there. No.
You never noticed a lot of these Marvel films, they'll always have that one black character on the side somewhere where a hero will just appear or just get knocked in that person's direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be you right there, man. One of your one-liners.
Yeah,
because they did it in X-Men. X-Men. Remember in Days of Future Past where she's walking out and there's a whole crowd of people and she picks the black woman?
Yeah.
Like, really? You're trying to hide and you pick the black woman? No.
Well, if it makes you feel better, apparently I'm the villain in everything ever made all time.
Because you're bald, right?
Hey,
let me ask you this. Hey, Wolf. You think you got a little accent? Are you of Spanish descent?
Racist.
Yeah, I mean, a good observation, man. I'm a little bit of everything, man. I was born here.
All right. I just want to ask you this question.
Oh no.
You watch all of the Marvel movies, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I know. How do you rate Black Panther in those?
Thank you.
Danny, can I go to the Phantom Zone, please?
Yeah.
No, wait, Danny, top it off before he answers. Tell him where John put it, and then let's see where he gonna put it. Like,
yeah, a certain person. We ain't gonna call his name.
Yeah, on the list. We won't say no names, but it's not the melanin.
Out of the 23, 24 movies, it's like in the 20th. Do you agree with that
assessment? That's definitely false. I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't put it. No, go ahead, Si.
Is it a top 10 in your opinion?
Absolutely.
Oh, come on.
Yep. See.
Boom.
Come on,
John. You have been replaced.
I ain't joking. He's Hispanic.
That's cultural appropriation.
He is Hispanic, and he's
so am I
with us. So your ass might be off the show. This might be the last episode we see John.
Yep.
I mean, the movie made history, man. How you not gonna put in
that's all right. I'll go to Operation Babel every Wednesday.
The movie meant a lot for so many people.
So did Avatar, but nobody fucking cares.
Wow. Not in that sense, though. But I mean,
no, and again, I always have to say I understand the cultural implications that it came, the things that it did. It's an impressive feat, but I also have to make the argument that he was really awesome in Civil War, and I felt disappointed because I didn't feel like I got the same character. My whole thing is that eventually I don't know. I don't have the rewatchability there for me, and that's just me. That's all. And to be fair, I always say Captain Marvel is the biggest piece of shit ever made. Not only is it the worst MCU film, I think it's the worst film that came out that year.
But you also put it like right over Captain Marvel.
By
one or two.
Let me say this one thing, and I'm going to be.
But I also think that's a process of elimination, and something has to be the worst, and that's Captain Marvel.
I want to say this, and I'm being dead serious.
Yes,
John, you have a right, John, to have your opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm not going. I'm gonna pick at you about it, but seriously, that's your opinion. I think you are absolutely wrong in your assessment. But
and you are not. I
will agree with you that Black Panther deteriorates as the movie goes on in its CGI. They should have spent more money, or they should have tightened it up on that. But
I think a lot of that's
the overall story, the overall watchability had my attention. I wasn't bored. I wasn't sleepy. I can't say that. I mean,
and that's also.
I'm not going to give it a top 5. It's not a top 5, but it's damn sure in the top 10.
Top 10.
Hey, I'll tell you what though. Like, I'll take a good story and characters over good CGI any day. Because how many times have we had movies where you got this awesome CGI and the movie fucking sucks? How many times?
Transformers.
Yeah. Well, I totally agree, and here's where the problem lies is that I totally agree with you, Terrence, and I agree with you, Danny. I think the CGI sucks. It deteriorated because of Infinity War. They had to pull people off of it. It was trash. But I would make the argument man, you could have made that fight better.
I wouldn't say that the CGI is terrible. It's just not as good as it should.
It's pretty fucking terrible. That end fight in the fucking mines.
When he's fighting
the end fight,
when he's wrestling with the
rhinos,
that sucks. When he's fighting in that subway, I'm like,
you could have just
to me the end when he was fighting Killmonger in the end.
Yeah,
that's when I noticed it. But the rest of it, I didn't have a problem.
The rhinos are pretty shit. And I think a lot of that street chase is pretty rubbish too. And don't you love when like that?
No,
when
that street chase is
hell no, that shit was fire.
But don't you love when the car exploded and she showed up on like just the seat?
That was kind of like a
Looney Tunes cartoon. Like it was like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
It was MCU.
Best part of the movie.
Man.
Yeah, that was silly. That was silly. But
you remember how super kick-ass Michonne was on top of the car with no armor, getting shot at by like multiple like semi-automatic weapons, and nothing happened.
You understand that armor has vibranium in it, right?
Right.
Yeah, not her face. That's bald.
When did she get shot in her face? Like when did that happen?
That's why I said it's insane.
Oh,
okay.
Remember when
they're moving cars? You
put her one at a time.
Put her in a bad situation. Again, I'm just saying you could show her being a badass. Don't put her in a silly situation like that. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Again, like we didn't need the big CGI fight.
Thank you.
No, fucking
I thought he was
Killmonger and T'Challa have already shown that they're really cool fighters. Like with the water fight, put them in the suits and have them just straight up fight. Like put them in the king room. That would have been cool. Would have even been symbolic. Put them in the throne room and have them fight it out there, like breaking through stuff and like cutting things down and stuff. It could have been a little more emotional.
That they would fight in the throne room is very slim because that would be considered disrespectful to Wakandan tradition. They wouldn't allow that.
But Killmonger doesn't care. He's trying to tear it all down and rebuild it in his own image.
I understand that.
He burned down the fucking purple flowers. That was disrespectful to their culture too.
Trust that I understand and know that. However, I think it's much more likely that they will tell him to step his black ass outside before they fight him in there.
Who?
When you're talking about T'Challa versus Eric Killmonger, you said
they would say that to Killmonger after he's already murdered people and choked an old woman after burning all the purple flowers.
I'm talking about during the fight scene. Like if he were in there talking about coming here,
I'm saying put the fight scene in there. And because Killmonger doesn't care about their traditions. He doesn't care.
I understand that, but they do.
T'Challa does. So he's saying T'Challa would have told him to come outside.
Yeah, and he wouldn't listen to him.
But for the sake of the movie, obviously he's gonna come out. Like it's not like no.
Again, and they just look, guys. I don't know why we're on this again. You know I don't like it. It's fine. Like it's totally fine.
No, hell no. It would never be fine, John.
Tell him, Terrence.
I just don't like it.
Never.
I liked it the first time I saw it, and then it just faded away on me.
I could be wrong, but what color is prominent in the Phantom Zone, John?
You know, Danny.
Can I go back there? Because apparently I appreciate.
Okay.
You know what, Danny, I gotta say this now. Like, I think, man, you getting that swag of Zod down in that sense when he be sending people to the Phantom Zone.
Yeah,
right. He be like, Neil, oh no, I don't feel like doing that. Zod,
okay, you don't want to kneel? Okay, zone, I got something for you.
Yeah, Danny letting that power get to his head now.
He's gonna take that flash symbol off and throw it at me, and I'm gonna get stuck in like plastic wrap. And be like,
you know what? Danny actually that shirt belonged to the Flash. He just turned it into a shirt after he put the Flash in the Phantom Zone. Like that's what happened.
Right.
Let me take your powers. You ain't gonna need that shit. Where you going?
You're like, you ain't gonna need that. We can't have you fucking phasing out of there and shit.
And I will always tell people, it's like, look, I'm sorry, I don't like Black Panther. I'm sorry. I also don't like Endgame, so apparently I'm a big piece of shit. So it's
my
fine.
God. Yeah, you.
I don't like a lot of.
Bro. What the fuck? You don't like Endgame? Shit. I might let your ass stay in there for 3 hours, so you will start liking Endgame.
Yep, they be and
I thought you already knew that.
Hey, Danny, you know what though? Sometimes they be coming out different when they get out of the fandom zone. They be like, "Damn, Zod, I am so sorry, man. I made a fucking mistake."
Hey, you gonna stay in there long enough? You gonna be like, "Well, damn, Black Panther."
And look, I don't need, and we're not. Excuse me while I have a stroke. I'm having fucking chat, fucking Ninrod, and fucking Austinator. I see you in there talking shit as usual. These mofos had me reading fucking CW Arrow fucking fanfic on their shit the other day. They're looking at some weird ass shit, guys.
What's wrong with that?
It's no, bro. Like I swear to God, I'm reading like 3 different black canaries touching their lips, and not the ones on their faces.
Wait.
Felt like it was straight up written by like a 10-year-old.
Let me get this right. So we have multiple black canaries fucking and shit.
Yeah, my dude, black siren.
Hey, Austinator. Hey, where is
it? Yo, give me that link.
Terrence ready to get the doggone strawberry whipped cream.
He's gone.
Hey, no. This is raw for this shit. It's gonna be raw.
Terrence in the fandom zone. He's got some reading to do. Someone get him a library card.
Hey, let me get this back on track. Okay, right. I sent 4 of us. I sent all 3 of y'all the rankings of the DC and Marvel video. Did y'all have a chance to watch that?
I didn't.
Wait, what?
I saw the the other ones. Like he did like some shorter ones. I saw those. I think that was one where he was combining all of them.
Yeah, this is YouTube. I watch him all the time. He's pretty good.
Who's this?
Yeah, the Sean Chandler dude. Yeah.
Sean Chandler. He ranked all 31 Marvel and DCEU movies combined.
Oh wow!
He ranked them from 31 to 1. I got 4. I think like 26. But his 31st video was Justice League.
I think
like the worst. So that was the worst one.
The worst.
Wait. So he didn't include all the Marvel and DC stuff.
Yes,
right?
he included all the Marvel and all the DC combined.
Probably everything made after.
But it's more than that though.
No, I'm assuming it's everything after the MCU got started.
It's the DCEU 7 or 8 movies and the Marvel MCU 20-something movies. I think it's combined all of those together and ranked them from his worst to best.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just, as much as I would like to believe somebody could actually do that, like relatively objectively,
he did, man. I think
jumping between 2 it'd be difficult.
A lot of research.
Man, it was like
send me the link. I'd be curious to check that out.
I sent it to you.
I don't know the guy personally, so I can't say if he was being biased or not. Yeah. I don't know.
Mm-hmm, I'd have to watch it to know, because I'm like, I'm sorry, it's just like, man, you can get a lot of like certain adjectives in the way that they describe movies.
But why would you think he's being biased though?
No. I'm not saying.
No, not you, Terrence. John said.
You can kind of see it with usually when it comes to properties. It's very seldom that you don't see like a Marvel versus DC or a Mac.
Okay, but if he likes a movie more than another one, why would you say he's being biased?
It would only be because of the examples he gave. So I can't tell you until I see it. It's because a lot of times, like I said, it's about the examples. It's about the examples.
Okay. So if you don't agree with his examples, then he's being biased.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm asking.
No, I didn't say that.
I'm asking
because if somebody makes an example, you could actually say something like, "Oh, somebody did this thing," and it's like, "Oh no, you misremembered that. That actually didn't happen in the film," and it happens all the time. No, seriously, watch some reviewers. They infer a lot of stuff, or they go, "Oh, this person did such and such thing." It's like, no, they didn't. That did not happen. Like, it literally did not happen in the film. You thought it did, and maybe it's because especially when you're reviewing 31 films. Maybe you haven't seen a film in 2 years. You're just guessing.
That makes you biased because you forget something?
I would make the argument, yes.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think so. If you're going to do
something like that, you should go back and check your
example. But you're right. You see, you're the one that always thinks you got to go back and check shit. But certain people don't have to. I don't need to go back and watch Black Panther again to make a perfect explanation of it. I've seen it a million times.
But that's because you're only trying to tell people whether or not you liked it.
I'm talking about if
something's better than something else.
Right. And even if I was, I don't need to. Okay. I don't need, but I don't need to go.
One at a time.
And if you're saying about it, it's your opinion.
For me to say Black Panther is better than Justice League, I don't need to go back and watch Justice League and Black Panther to decide that.
It just depends what you're trying to accomplish.
No, I don't. It doesn't matter what I'm trying to accomplish.
No, it does not.
No, it does not.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
If you're trying to say something is better written or something is better made or constructed or edited, and you're gonna pit them together, you should know that.
I've seen the movie 20 times.
Hey, Anzo,
why do I need to go back and watch it
discussion?
Again?
Do you remember this discussion, Anzo, when we were talking about Jumanji?
Yes. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, the exact same thing. That's
I went back and watched it before I said
right. You did, and I did because I didn't know it. But if I've watched Star Wars a million times, I don't need to go back and watch Star Wars again to critique it or do whatever I need to do or to compare it to another movie. I don't need to do that.
As long as you're right, and that's fine. But
who's to say I'm right or wrong?
Because if you make a fucking example, I can go back and watch the fucking film and tell you were wrong.
Okay, well, if I make an example, yes.
If you say
again
incorrect, I can watch the film and tell you that was incorrect.
But it's just your opinion.
It's not a feeling. I can't do anything with it. I can't do anything with that.
Look, guys, I have done rankings of different films and stuff for years, and I tell the humans, like, look, I remember yada yada yada, whatever's on the list, and then if not, like, this is what I tell them. I'll say, I had to rewatch this one so that way I can do the ranking. Whatever it is, I will let them know. I didn't need to rewatch it. I remember everything. This is my ranking. Or I had to rewatch for the sake of this list so that way I can get it right. And I tell them
because maybe you only
list.
I got something wrong.
Yeah.
Because maybe only seen the movie one time or something like that. You know what I mean?
I literally got something wrong after we watched an episode of Stargirl. There was like a piece of dialogue that I thought I heard. And we went and what did I do? I pulled the fucking thing up.
Right. But you've seen it one time. If I've seen Star Wars 20 times or 100 times, I don't need to go back and watch it 10 years from now to remember anything.
And I didn't say you have to do it with everything. I said if you're going to have examples, if you're right, you're right. But I'm saying some people want to do the research. That's all I'm saying. If you don't need to and you know something so specifically, then don't bother. Obviously, I'm not saying it about like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, you did say that last time when we had the Jumanji thing. We said Terrence didn't need to do it, and you said yes, you did because you haven't seen it. Blah blah. But I'm like he remembered it, and you're like, no, he should still go.
But if you haven't seen it in like 10 years, you got to be careful.
What did Anzo and Danny tell you though? They said, what did Anzo and Danny tell you, John? They were like, if Terrence remembers, then he fucking remembers.
Right.
Like the way I can break shit down.
Right, and this is my point. If I've seen Star Wars 100 times, 10 years in the future, I'm not going to have to see Star Wars again to remember anything. I've seen Star Wars so many times that I could tell you that movie in and out. I can do the dialogue. So why would I have to watch it 10 years from now?
I don't know. You're going to make a fucking video on it. Why not just do a little bit?
But why do I need to do that? Though?
I didn't say you had to. I said why.
No, you did say you did.
I think that if you have not watched it in a while and you want to make an intelligent argument, you may have to refresh yourself. But if you
chipping out, robot Danny, you start sounding.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
I said that if you have watched something in a while, you may have to go and refresh stuff. I know I will do stuff, but if you're an individual that remembers stuff and like Terrence is and other people, and you say you got, then when you debate and you got. But if you get in the debate and remembering stuff incorrectly, and John or whomever you debate against calls you out on it and corrects you, then apparently you should have watched again. So I guess it just depends on the memory of the individual. Yeah. If you say you got it and you got it, when y'all start debating, you're able to recall stuff verbatim, then there's no need to watch it. But if you're like me, you're gonna have to rewatch it. And then that particular Jumanji thing, you were very adamant, John, about we have to watch that stuff, and Terrence said, "No, I got it."
And half
so
of
if you
that
say you got it, then I got it.
But that's what I'm saying, Danny. So hold on, Danny. So now let's say you have been watching Star Wars your whole life. Do you really think you need to 10 years from now go back to watch Star Wars to have a complete argument with it? No, let me finish. Huh?
Versus 31. You're talking about
hell yeah, I gotta go back and watch it now because
31 some shit. 31.
Okay,
I know what? The reason I had to watch it because you just showed me up yesterday on the video about something we talked about a week ago.
and I even said, like, I watched something and I fucked it up. Like don't get me wrong. Like, if we're gonna have a talk about, like, oh, Boba Fett kind of went out like a bitch and Luke has a green lightsaber, pretty sure we can figure that out from Return of the Jedi. But like, maybe, how many bounty hunters were sent out by whoever in Empire Strikes Back? I don't really remember. Maybe I'll just go rewatch it. But again, when he was making 31 film comparisons, I'm not going to assume he needs to go watch all 31 of them, but fucking hell, you're telling me he doesn't need to watch like 10 of them again just to like maybe.
But if he's watched them time and time again, then no.
We don't know that he did it time and time
again. I'm not saying he did. I'm just telling you if he did. You're saying, but you're assuming he has to go back and watch 10.
Hey, y'all going around in circles for the same thing. Whenever you debate, when your ass is wrong about something, then that's when you know whether or not your ass should have watched it or not.
Right, and that's what I've been saying.
So until that happens, you can't say whether you should or whether you shouldn't.
Right. When I approach a conversation, if I let the human know, hey, I remember, and more than likely I might remember more than that person, in the way that I just really pay attention to even the smaller stuff. But if I don't, and I think that I got it, what I will do is provide what I call a safety net. I'll go, well, if I remember correctly, now I could be wrong, and that's in the event that I am, then it's like, okay, well, I never said that I was, going to be right or that person was wrong. That's what I do naturally when I'm having a discussion, and then if that person goes, no, his shirt was red, then I go, oh, okay, yeah, I thought that it might have been,
And also, I will say in Terrence's defense, we had a discussion about Crisis on Infinite Earths, and we said, no, this happened, Terrence. Terrence went back and watched it, and he said, I didn't see that. I missed that. I caught that. So sometimes, no matter how detailed you think you remember something, there's always an opportunity that you may miss something.
Yeah, right.
So, and in that situation, the reason why I went back is because I was misremembering, but it was in different context. Because in that example that Danny brought up was a good example. Lex did have blasters, and I was kind of thinking about that. And I mixed it up for what happened in that context. So that's why I was like, yeah, Danny might be right. Let me go check. But that's different though, right?
But that's my point. That's my point. How many times did you watch Crisis though?
Oh shit. Let's see. I watched it the one time and then the one time with friends, but it was the focus point was different.
Wasn't on that, right? But now if I'm telling you that I've been watching Star Wars since I was 3 years old, I don't need to go back and watch Star Wars again.
You are right, bro. You are absolutely right.
I know, but what I'm saying is John was saying that we had to. That was his argument. He said, "No, you should." Yes, you did. When we did the Jumanji run, you said, "But if I don't need to watch Star Wars to refresh." That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I don't need to watch Star Wars to get a refresh.
There are some shows based on how well you like them, you're gonna remember more than others.
Exactly.
Right.
In my case, if I'm going up against Terrence or John, or now I see Anzo against the Spurs lordship, I'm going to research because I'm a numbers guy. Numbers don't lie. I'm gonna research and I'm gonna refresh myself. You probably gonna see me write notes on the side of the thing because I want to be right. But if some people can have that recall, I don't have that recall. I see it and write it down.
Blew up my phone for like half a day with Chris Knight about Aaron Rodgers and Ben Roethlisberger. Even I ended up having to get onto a freaking website because you guys had to go back 20 years.
Right, but that's what we're talking. We're talking about football and sports. I don't watch that constantly or enough to say that I can know perfectly. Even on the stream, I said I'm not sure. I said I think. I say I think. I say I think. Right.
Right. And Anzo, to your point, man. You remember how I was telling you my brother, he'd be on the sports and shit?
And he doesn't need to. Right.
And this dude, while he doesn't need to watch them too, Anzo, but look, check this out. You know, like how you said, okay, I watched them, and then you move on to a different game, right?
Mm-hmm.
My brother, he analyzes that shit over and over,
Exactly.
and you know what I'm saying? So he can be like, no. In this quarter, he scored 10 points, but then back here in this year, like that's because he goes over it,
right,
a bunch of times. Not that he's just seen it the one time. No,
exactly, and that's my point.
And how about this? Maybe fine, just for the sake of the argument. I understand that not everybody's like me. I'm a fucking weirdo pants. I'll watch the film once to be like, okay, how did I feel about it? It was whatever. If I had an emotion, like in a way, it was like either I really enjoyed it or I really didn't like it. Sometimes I'll go back and check it again to make sure, like, was I just like, maybe was I drunk? Maybe was I in a bad headset? Like, did I watch it in a bad day or something? Especially if people, because a lot of times like people will love something. Like Knives Out is the new one where I'm like, I had to check it out because everybody's talking about it. And then once I finish it, I like to review. I'll watch like a ton of reviews, and we're talking like hours worth. And that's just me. That's what I find to be entertaining. The issue turns into, if I'm going to try and rank stuff or do something for a podcast, then I feel like I need to do the research. And I understand that not everybody wants to do that. And again, when it comes to 31 freaking films, good luck
there's
trying
there's no way I'm sitting down rewatching 31 films.
Exactly.
Right.
So
go off your memory.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, Wolf, anything you gonna say? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying that John is a perfectionist. That's why he feels like he needs to, go deep in the researching part. I get that. I get that part.
But that's what I'm saying. You're saying 31 films, but we don't know how many times this guy has sat at home and watched those movies. He could be watching them all the time, but you're saying that he should, maybe he didn't review them, so I need to go back and see this. But I'm like, you don't know that because you don't know. He could be sitting there right now watching them. Maybe that's all he likes.
All right. Let me just, I'm just gonna name the top five, the bottom five, because these five, he said if he had to watch them again now for the first time, he would give him a thumbs down. So let's just see if we agree on the top five. Okay,
the bottom five.
The bottom five.
Okay.
He said his 31st one was Justice League. He said that was totally.
I don't even know if that's a movie at that point.
He even showed a clip.
At 31, I wouldn't put it that low because
me neither.
I wouldn't put it that low.
Man, what would you put in front of it? Or
I need to see all the
Captain Marvel.
Let's make sure we watch it. Let's make sure we watch this. Cause I sent it to everybody. I'll send it to you, and then we can discuss it maybe next Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Yeah.
Okay. The 30th one he said was Suicide Squad.
Okay.
Debatable.
Yeah, debatable.
All right. 29 was Thor.
The first one. I can do that. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. I could
28 was Iron Man 3.
I could do that too.
That's the only one that I'm kind of fine with at this point.
And 27 was Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
I'm fine with that too.
Hell no.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
I think I'm gonna
like this guy's list.
I don't even like it as much as the first one, but that's way too low.
Most of 99% of that, no, I don't agree with. One of them I do. So I'm imagining that the rest of that I'm gonna disagree with too.
I can tell you right here that this guy, he is very professional. He's very well spoken. He has very intelligent arguments to his picks. I enjoy his stuff. He to me, I like him. He doesn't come here blowing smoke up his butt. When he tells you something, he tells you why, not just because I like it, just because I like it. So
I know
I sent all y'all the link. So
I'm familiar. I'm familiar with.
How long is the video?
I watch him from time to time.
The video is 46 minutes.
Oh, that's it for 31 films. You did it in under an hour. Holy shit!
Hey, I've done rankings. It doesn't matter the length.
Hey, John, I'm telling you, he is very articulate, intelligent.
What? In under an hour?
No, listen. Look.
Hold on, guys. Hold on 1 second. Danny, look at Brandon Sparks.
Ruh-roh.
Look
at Brandon Sparks.
Somebody on fire right now? What happened? Oh shit! Brandon,
Mr. Brandon, I don't know where you at.
I'm with you somewhere around there.
If I could travel through space and time, I would put you in the deepest, darkest part of my phantom zone.
Danny,
do you see what color that avatar was? That's why me and him will be on that island by ourselves.
Danny, remember how
avatar looked just like me.
You go to the phantom zone for him.
Danny, remember when we first started interacting, and then when I would talk to you, we'd have these long conversations, right?
Yeah.
But then you found out when I do a video, it's not going to be even half that. It'll be 2 minutes, 12 minutes, but I can still explain my position in any length of time. It's just if you want more details, it'll be longer, but you'd be surprised at what some individuals can do, including myself, in a short time, just to get the person to understand my position. I don't need a whole lot of time. I like a lot of time, but I don't need it.
Lord have mercy, you sure like a lot of time. You ain't never lied when you said that, bro.
Hey, all I'm saying is that sometimes in life,
you got to do a 10-hour stream.
Yeah, exactly. You got to do
10 hours.
At this point, I feel like you got to be open. You got to be open to negotiate. I feel like 15 hours would really be. I can dive into some shit.
Wow, this guy went up to 15.
You know how Batman can shoot them bolos out? He'll wrap somebody up.
Yes.
I wish I could invent like a device I could shoot like a muzzle. And I could get close to you and John when y'all get to y'all soliloquies and shit. I shoot both of y'all with one of them damn electronic muzzles.
I don't feel bad at all. Danny's finally starting to do a little bit of trigonometry.
I don't think that would work, man. I don't think that would work, man. I think my growl alone would just shatter that shit. Like I'm just saying.
They probably would. They probably wouldn't.
We're infecting it.
And you know what, John? Just for that,
oh my God, this fool say 10.
What?
This boy said 10.
10-hour stream.
No, he said he would put. Yeah.
Oh, black.
Yeah. It's getting close, though. Yeah. It's getting close.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you see his avatar? You see what color his cloak is?
No, Danny, it's in the top 10. It's in the top 10. I could deal with that. Ninja put in the top 10.
Oh my God.
Ninja put in the top 10, so I can deal with that.
Trilogy. Sorry.
So what?
I'm being an ass.
Like I said before, man. John, look, man. Anybody can have their opinion. I'm not mad at you, but that is fucking crazy that you have Black Panther that low, man. That's crazy.
Add all you want.
I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying, man.
I'm sorry. Cool Runnings is the best film ever made.
Okay, John, I'm going to say this because I said this on an earlier stream. And I'm not going to lump you in this category.
Go for it.
But I got to say this.
Racist or am I misogynist?
No, but I think some people don't like Black just for the fact that they are racist.
And that is so not me.
I'm not saying it's you. That's why I said it before that. I'm not. If I was trying to insinuate that, man, you would never be on this show.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
I can tell you that straight now. If I thought you was racist and full of shit, I would have never invited you on this show. And I'm telling you, I think that some people, and I don't think it's you. I don't think it's nobody on this panel. I definitely know it ain't three of us. But I don't think you one of them. But some people just don't like it because of that fact.
I will always say he was cool as he was probably the best part of Civil War.
And that's weird too, because they don't say that when you got an all white cast. They don't go, how come they're all white? They don't do that shit. So
right.
What the fuck?
And you know what, Danny? You did say you seen a pattern though. Remember?
Yeah, I was fucking with that.
I know. Yeah.
Come on,
Pattern one, you don't like Black. You like Black Panther at first. Then when you get around your other friends, no, I don't like Black Panther. then it dropped to 20. Then you got a problem with the black man becoming doggone next Captain America. What's up with that? What's up with that, John?
That's too.
What's up with that?
Even though
I like Sam. Come on. Boo.
Go. Boo. Hey man, it seems like every time the black man step out on his own, he like, nah, we ain't having that.
What the fuck, man?
Why give it to the black guy?
Hold on, what you said, Wolf?
My only issue with Falcon becoming Captain America is he's not gonna be able to wield that shield as well as the original.
But in the comics though he does. You know why? I will tell you why. For you, Wolf, and for the humans.
I want to thank y'all.
No.
I want to thank Wolf for giving me the super chat. But he will not be back on the show ever again. He come here talking his nonsense, so he got to go.
Oh, bring back our mascot.
So look, Wolf. I'll tell you this, man. Wolf. Look, what happens in the comics is he trains with that shit for a long time,
and then they gonna give him some damn not so good super soldier serum. That's what happened. It ain't gonna be the shit.
But even in the comics though, there was a time where he didn't even have that because he had to train. Like he conditioned himself.
I gotta agree with Wolf. Real talk. If he don't have something in his system, he ain't gonna be able to handle that shit.
He does get that. I'm not saying that he's not. I'm just saying that if for whatever reason that they don't give him something, he does train to work up to it. Because at first, when he tries to throw it, he can't throw it very far. It's not very accurate to the spot that he wants to hit. But he trains really hard, and in doing so, Cap is not around because of the end game shit. But anyway, like, Cap respects him because he's like, damn, like my boy was training. He made sure to do right by that because they're going to associate him with me, and he respected that, and he made sure he was ready.
They showed that in the trailer.
Right. They showed that he was throwing it at the tree and shit. That's right. So I don't know if it's just that scene or it's going to be an on and off thing throughout that show that he's training. Like, I got to do right by Cap. Like, I can't let him down. That would make sense. I get that.
I don't think he's going to have it for too long because of the the other dude, U.S. Agent, right? He's in that series, right?
Yeah. He's the fake one because I remember in the comics they were just like, well, what about Falcon? And the one dude in the room who was black, if I remember correctly, said, no, America is not ready for no black Captain America. So that's why they had that U.S. agent guy come in. He had the outfit, and it's like when he would go out to the people, they're like, yeah, Cap, like, yeah. But he was very snarky, asshole, like, get off me. What the hell? I didn't tell you could take a picture.
But what did he? Did they give him some kind of super sodium serum as well?
Yeah, he had a little bit of a boost, but it's nowhere near like no Steve Rogers shit. Hell no.
But they gave him the Shield. He takes over for the Shield. Afterwards.
Yeah, he does. But see, he has his short little run because he's not legit, right?
Who said Cap? Okay. I'm coming down.
Wait.
I thought it was saying Captain America. I thought, man, my boy, I was about to say everybody's a Phantom Zone, boy.
Oh shit! Like, wait.
And I will argue the only reason why I think it's underrated is because like people talk about like the beginning CGI and some like the old stuff. I'm like, it looks like The Rocketeer, and I think The Rocketeer is like a fucking great film. So,
but they had a specific. Okay, look.
What do you say?
Kevin Feige.
What are you comparing to The Rocketeer?
The first Captain America. With the weird like CGI and like the
I agree with you.
But see, when Kevin Feige started, they're like, this is the money that you have to make Cap, Hulk, 2 Iron Mans, and Thor, and then Avengers. You have no other money. So just like, if each one of these shits is not a success, you're going to be fucked up. And then if we give you a little bit of wiggle room, you better pray that the Avengers is. Otherwise, you're done.
Fucking right.
Yep. And I just watched a documentary a few nights ago, Avengers Assemble, and you're absolutely right. When they first did Iron Man, they had to get funding and shit. You know what I mean?
So they fucking did not want Robert Downey Jr. Holy shit, they did not want him there.
Yeah, I know. Favreau
got him.
Yeah.
But they conveniently left out in the comic books, Iron Man is an alcoholic. Big time.
Yeah.
I would argue I think they dabble in that in the second one because of his like weird like poison thing. So he's kind of like having like this weird mortality thing. That's why he acts like an asshole at the party. So I think they delve in it a little bit without actually doing it.
I think they dodge it because in real life, Downey's a damn alcoholic.
Well, absolutely.
That's true too.
Well, not only that. Yeah.
But they showed little signs of it where, like in Avengers, when Loki's talking to him, he pours a drink. You know what I mean? And then in Iron Man 2, he's fucking pissed drunk. So
because he thinks he's dying. I totally like to. I actually like to a little bit more.
But here's the thing: in terms of Robert Downey Jr., there were 2 men that fall for him. One was Jon Favreau, and Terrence Howard himself fought to get him in there. Hard as fuck.
He fucked Terrence Howard.
Yeah, he fucked him over, and people don't know that shit. It's dirty as fuck. Sorry. It's sad too. I was like, that is fucked up.
Because Terrence Howard wanted some more money, and he's like, I need more money.
It feels bad, man. I like both. Look, I like both of them, and it's just like I would have preferred to see Terrence finish it out, but
it's not even just as simple as that, though. Because look, when you just only say that he wanted more money, it makes Terrence Howard look like the asshole in that situation. When all he was saying is that because Robert is getting a lot of money, when he took a pay cut to pull him into the first Iron Man, he was just like, look, if you're going to give him more. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like,
I agree with what you're saying, man. But
from
Terrence
what I
Howard
heard,
is not in my mind. Terrence Howard is not a bigger star than Robert Downey Jr.
But even Don Cheadle,
at the time,
Don Cheadle has more cachet than all of them, in my opinion. As far as acting,
but at that time though, Terrence Howard was still a big thing. That's why they picked him.
Oh yeah, hustle and flow, man.
Terrence Howard was a shit. He was in a lot of movies, and he has a lot of clout and stuff, and people like him.
Yeah. But then Teriology came out, dude. Okay, I mean, think about this though. If he had kept running, that dude could have been a potential liability.
Okay, real talk.
Granted, this is hindsight, granted, but fuck, man, could you imagine if he'd have stayed on his roadie and then the Teriology shit would have came out? And we did get Empire. Because of that, I mean, Empire's good shit.
Terrence Howard has talked about it. Terrence Howard has talked about this in great detail. All these little concerns and stuff that humans have, that wouldn't have been a problem. He's already talked about it. He said that he was passionate.
Concerns. I think
he said he was passionate.
Terrence Howard was a big star on the black side of the street. He wasn't a big star on the white side of the street, in my opinion.
Oh, but okay, look. I'll give you.
Terrence only wants Terrence Howard because. Shared name.
No.
I'm fucking with you.
But look. For the most part, Danny, that is true. But his name was building up. Like at the time that they put him in there, that was a great choice.
I agree with you, Terrence. You are correct. All I'm just saying is that, in my opinion, which is not going to change because you say something, is that
I'm not trying to change your opinion.
Okay, Robert Downey Jr. is a bigger star in my eyes back then and now, and forever will be. Then Terrence Howard is.
Look. First of all, wait, go ahead.
He was high risk at that point.
He was.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Terrence had to fight for him and Jon Favreau. Nobody wanted Robert Downey Jr. His name was in the fucking toilet.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. Number two, I'm not trying to change your opinion, Danny. As you know, I don't do that. And also because I like Robert Downey Jr. and I'm not saying that Terrence is bigger or none of that stuff. All I'm saying is that for the humans that are listening, that the Terrence Howard situation is complicated. That's my only point.
And me personally, I think Terrence Howard would have did a better job than Cheadle did.
I don't.
Oh, absolutely. I think I like Cheadle. I think he would have did it.
Me too.
When Iron Man 1 came out, they were talking about Terrence Howard and Robert Downey Jr. together. This dude gonna become War Machine. I can't wait to see him as War Machine. And then when he went out of the project, people had a response to that. They noticed that. They were like, what the fuck? And then they had to put Don Cheadle there. And then when we saw him, it was like, okay, this dude's a good replacement. But people didn't want that. They didn't want that.
And I think Oh, sorry, Terrence. Go ahead.
But yeah, no, I was just saying people didn't want that shit.
Based on what I've seen, the Terrence Howard seems to be like a prima donna. I just think. And it's my understanding that Kevin Feige wants a smooth ship with his cast members. That's one reason why The Rock will never ever be in Marvel. I don't think because him and Vin Diesel don't get along.
Well, you know, Brie Larson.
No. That's over now.
Yeah,
they're cool now. That's not.
And even if it was, I don't think that would be a big problem because exactly. You know what I mean? They wouldn't probably be in the same movies, or if they did, it would be limited. But
exactly.
I think that Iron Man 2, when they have that dramatics, when they're fighting Rhodey and Iron Man, I think Terrence Howard would have done that role a lot better than John Cheadle did.
Absolutely.
Well, and you already knew that, and when you already knew that face, so it would have been more emotionally resonating because you had a whole film with this.
Not just that, but
he is a good actor. Don't get me wrong.
But look, both of them are good actors. Both of them are good actors. No mistake. But when it comes to the deep emotional scenes, Terrence Howard crushes the shit out of Don Cheadle all fucking day.
Absolutely. 100%.
It's hard. Like, God, wouldn't it be great for us fucking nerds to like somehow in a special world see like an alternate cut with them trying. You know what I mean? Like that.
I would have liked to see that. Yeah,
it would have been so cool.
And you know what? I'll tell you what. Dwayne Johnson walks in your fucking studio and he tells you he wants to play a character. How much you bet they're gonna sign him right away? You're not turning no Dwayne Johnson away.
Rob, please don't throw me across the room.
I don't know, bro.
He has full control of everything, man.
Right? Have you guys seen
one thing that Rock?
Have you seen Hobbs and Shaw?
I'm sorry, Donzo. One thing I can see The Rock playing that. Now he would be an awesome Better Ray Bill. If they would sign him for that, I would sign it up.
He could play a number of characters. Like
face though. So
I mean, he has a physique to match.
Exactly.
Why wouldn't you CGI? Why wouldn't you CGI Beta?
Okay, but here's the thing, though. Look with Dwayne Johnson.
Weird look with that face.
Yeah, but The Rock.
No.
He could do the voice though.
Okay, look. I think that whatever Kevin Feige, if he were to use him, because they have talked about Dwayne Johnson a bunch of times, even before, like, because they were just like, yo, if Dwayne, are you sure you're doing Black Adam? Because in the minute you tell us that shit is off, we gonna hook your ass up over here at Marvel. I bet you Kevin Feige is waiting on that shit for them to go, oh yeah, it's not gonna happen. He will snatch him up quick.
2 characters he would kill: Better Ray Bill and Namor. He would.
I don't know. I need somebody.
Yes. He looks like Namor.
You know what? You know what though? Like I wouldn't be against that. But I would prefer an Asian guy to play Namor.
I kind of agree. I got to agree.
I would prefer
Terrence. I got to go with Terrence.
I know Cyclops is Russian, but I could see him as Cyclops.
Who?
Not Cyclops. Colossus. My bad.
There we go.
Oh
Colossus.
shit! Hey, Anzo.
Jesus.
Colossus.
Oh my god! I was like Cyclops.
Yeah. No, Cyclops.
Would it be too much to have Dolph Lundgren do Colossus? In CGI, like Josh Brolin
in terms of the voice,
like Josh Brolin style.
He might be too old.
Look, physically,
no, but Josh Brolin style.
No. Physically, he's too old. I saw him in his recent action movie. He could barely move. Like, but if they want to use his voice, that's fine, and they can have another actor like how they did in the Deadpool stuff. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Look, certain characters. They kind of look a certain way. Even as a kid, when I pictured Namor coming to life, he's always looked like an Asian dude to me.
I gotta agree.
His eyebrows and the eyes.
I'm googling right now. I gotta agree.
Yeah, me too.
I have to.
I don't see it.
I have to.
I do. Look, because Dwayne, he has a certain look about him. If they cast him and they do him up with the makeup, I'm not saying I'd be against it. I think it'd be pretty cool, honestly. But I feel like you would be looking more so at Asian actors than
who played Sinestro in the Green Lantern movie? The shitty
Mark Strong. He's the one that played.
Oh shit! We already used him in Shazam. Damn. I was like, he could have been kind of cool.
Mark Strong had the same kind of eyebrow and that flat top, kind of sort of like Namor. Yeah. They get the Rock a flat top wig, point his eyebrows up. He already can do the pointed eyebrows.
No, but I just think we could do something better.
But see, the difference.
I feel like we could do something better.
The difference between that and Sinestro is that Sinestro is like a pinkish color, like a pinkish red with his skin.
I know what you're saying on that.
Yeah. I'm talking about actors.
I'm saying for Namor. I can see The Rock playing Namor because
I'm afraid he'll end up just being Maui or some shit.
Look, check this out. I'm not against it. I'm worried. I would not be against that, but I am telling you. And I'm not the only one in this. We picture him as an Asian dude. I don't care if it's Chinese or Japanese. I picture him as an Asian guy. Period. An Asian shredded guy.
Adam. Like I just want him to nail Black Adam so much that's all I think about.
I have to. Mad said Terrence Howard got greedy. Terrence Howard didn't get greedy. Marvel didn't want to pay him what he was deserved to get.
Yeah,
and from what I know, because Terrence says he wanted more money, but from what I know, Marvel had already had a contract with him, but wanted him to take less money.
Oof.
Exactly.
That's what I know.
Exactly. That's exactly. I have said that.
Disagree. Edward Norton.
Yeah, Anzo, I have said that for years. I have said that for years, Anzo, in the exact same words. I'm like, first of all, he took a pay cut so they can hire Robert Downey Jr. Nobody wanted his ass at first. They fought for him. And the agreement was if Iron Man proves to be successful, that Terrence Howard would automatically get more money the next movie. And they pulled that shit back just so they can give Robert Downey Jr. more money. That shit is bullshit.
Terrence, sometimes to coin your phrase, sometime in life you just got to be greedy. So sometime in life, old boy was greedy and trying to make out himself, trying to make.
Okay, but
No.
it's not greedy.
When
Number
you're,
one, when
I'm
it's
not
in the
saying
contract.
Terrence. I'm saying Robert Downey Jr.
oh.
Sometime in
Oh.
life, to coin your phrase, you got to be greedy. So he was greedy,
Yeah.
and it looks
That,
like they
yeah,
made.
I can understand that.
It look they made the
Yeah.
correct choice because he has proposed them to them the top of the mountain.
Hey, Danny.
Right. Yeah.
Danny,
That,
can I
that's
do
you know
you a
what?
favor right now?
But you know,
This is for you.
What?
But you know what, Danny? I can agree with you on that. But I think if Marvel would have played hardball, right, Robert Downey Jr. would have had to have went with Marvel because he was not where he was in his career until that movie. And look now, his movies don't do shit. If it's not Marvel attached to it,
exactly.
his movies don't do shit.
Oh, that
No.
Doolittle film was.
I'm not doubting anything y'all saying. I'm not disagreeing. All I'm saying is, if they're gonna do Iron Man, I don't want to see nobody else ass in the Iron Man suit except Robert Downey Jr. Now we done seen first.
Agree, yeah.
Hold on, we done seen first time that somebody else in a War Machine ain't that big a deal. So in my mind, there ain't no need for no argument because Don Cheadle killed it as War Machine.
Right, Danny. But see, look here. To me, the reason why it's not a big deal now, or even at that point, is because he proved to be good. It would have been a big deal if he would have fucking sucked, right? Because I had that same opinion. Like, I don't want this shit, but let's see what he can do. Okay, that's a good replacement. If you had to choose another one, that's cool. I want the best for that franchise because I care about these characters. However, I'm just like Robert Downey Jr. This dude, I'm like, you couldn't take just $5 million less out of all the money they were offering you and how much you made after the fact. I'm gonna say it now. I'm not against Robert Downey Jr., but that was a bitch move. That was a bitch move, Mr. Jr. I'm just saying.
Especially when he's been asking for more money and more money each time his contract was up.
But do y'all like Iron Man?
Yeah. Iron Man is cool.
Okay. I need a yes or no on these questions I'm asking. Do you like Iron Man?
Yes, Iron Man is cool.
Would it be the same without him?
They weren't going to let him go, though, Danny. That's my point.
Yes or no? Would it be the same situation without Robert Downey Jr.? Yes or no?
Like, how do you mean? Like, you mean in terms of
would the movies be as good? Would you be as invested if it was somebody else?
Yes,
different?
I could have been.
Yes,
let me,
pretty awesome.
Yes, let me, Danny. Let me tell you why I would be.
Now,
really, Danny? Really, Danny? But what's the issue?
Danny, hear me out. Look.
Damn, come on, man.
Danny, can you hear me out? Look.
Let him have their
I love Robert Downey Jr. as that Iron Man / Tony Stark character. I'm glad he's been there. I'm glad we didn't get anyone else.
We also are going on hindsight.
But Danny, because I care about the characters first, honestly, no matter who you put there, you're going to have my interest. I don't care who you pick. I don't care how much I go, Danny, I don't really care for this actor. I may not, but I bet you my black ass is going to watch it.
That might be.
I think sometimes the actor or actress can make you like a movie more or less.
Sometimes they can.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree 100%, Danny. That's why I'm like, I agree with you. Yeah.
And I think anybody else in an Iron Man suit, I'm not gonna like the character as much.
But you can't say that.
I
mean, you can say that, but you don't know until you see it, though, Danny. You don't know what an actor would have been in the role.
And the proof in the pudding is that Terrence Howard wasn't as vital as we would like to think because he was easily replaced by Don Cheadle, who did just as well.
Danny, my only position in this is letting humans know that he was fucked over. It had nothing to do with him being greedy. Okay. It was Robert Downey Jr. that was the fucking greedy one. That shit is backwards.
Yo, Danny.
I never said this.
RDJ carried it.
Go ahead, Wolf.
I'm saying, what if they replace Iron Man with Ironheart?
That's a different character.
Hey, you know what? You know what? They gonna do it. Look. See,
everybody gonna tell me I'm a misogynist.
Hey, Wolf,
that's a different character. If they're trying to put some other actor in Iron Man suit, I don't know. I don't think I'm like. I will go watch it because of this channel, and I have to watch it. But I'm fairly certain, unless he kills it. I mean, he got to kill it. I'm like, nah, about.
I'm sorry, Danny's fucking killing it on this stream.
But
Danny,
look,
you're my hero.
That's just let me give you one example. That's just like Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and what's the young kid? I can't think his name now.
Tom Holland.
Tom.
All right, be careful, Danny. I ended 2 streams because of this conversation.
Even though I said even though I heard some stuff lately making me want to snap somebody's neck, I think Garfield is a superior Spider-Man.
I agree.
Right, and that's fine because other people feel differently. Some people like Toby, some people like Tom, but that's completely different because we've had different actors play Spider-Man. There's only been one human that has played Iron Man. That's Robert Downey Jr. So until we get to multiple interpretations, right, which is what DC does in their sleep, until we get a long sea of actors, then it's hard to do that because all we can picture is him.
Robert
just like
Downey
with Hugh
Jr.
Jackman. When they cast Bobby Totem to be Wolverine, there's gonna be so many humans. Oh, that's not my Wolverine. That shit is dumb. I'm not watching it. And then what if they got a scene? The fucking teaser trailer is him throwing down with the Hulk. I bet you they buy their fucking tickets then.
Exactly, because nobody liked James McAvoy or fucking Michael Fassbender, Magneto, or whoever else. They're terrible.
The old man that's Magneto. Fassbender was cool.
Yeah, he was
People love James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, I don't understand what your point was.
And nobody liked Martin Freeman as fucking Bilbo. That's terrible.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm making a joke because of the fact that you're talking about the idea that, like,
what did you talk about?
No, because it's the idea that nobody could ever see another actor playing these characters. The difference is that right now we do, and I'm on both, and this is the hard part, guys. I'm sorry. I know this is going to be difficult for everyone to understand. I'm on both of your sides. Right now, it is very difficult to imagine anybody else stepping into the Tony Stark role. What would be potentially worse? Putting somebody else as Tony Stark? But the difference is when we look at X-Men, they haven't actually tried that. They did prequel versions or later versions. This one would be a straight up recasting.
Well, yeah, because it's with Kevin Feige. That's what he does. He likes to have his own vision.
And bear with me here. So now we're having this. Would it be as fun to see maybe a younger Tony Stark move into? Because we could make the argument. We almost had it with Howard. We had the Peggy Carter show, and he played with the same mannerisms. He was younger, and then we had the older Howard Stark. It's very difficult to know if we'll like it. That is something that we will have to deal with in the hindsight. Look, it's very difficult.
Look here. This is my ultimate position. Yes. I am a fucking comic book fan first. Yes. I don't care how much I don't like your casting. I'm always gonna go. I'll watch it and see what I think when I watch it. Because there's no way you're gonna be like, oh, here's a new actor for Iron Man or Batman, and I'm gonna go, well, I don't like him, so I'm not gonna watch the movie. I mean, that's bullshit.
And I'll say this. Say this. Robert Downey Jr. was a great Iron Man. But it was the Iron Man that was the movie, right? You understand? So you could have put someone else in there that did a good role, and Iron Man would have still made money. I'm telling you.
I don't agree with that.
Telling you.
Iron Man was a 2-bit fucking character that nobody gave a shit about. Cartoons didn't do all that great. Comics were kind of meh. Robert Downey Jr. This was
they weren't mad. They failed. Marvel went into debt. They failed.
Sure. And we do that with Captain Marvel, and still they push that. But that's beside my point. The idea is that Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark. I don't care what anybody says.
I agree.
His names are interchangeable. You cannot say that with, and I understand Terrence didn't get the chance. That's a bummer. But Don Cheadle is now War Machine. But at the end of the day, you could say that with a lot of these people.
Let me make another point. And correct me, Anzo and Terrence, if I'm wrong. But didn't we were saying something about the fact that Chad Boseman is sick and that if they do another Black Panther, that
I don't want to see
it ain't gonna be the same. Did we say something along those lines?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But here's the thing, though, Danny. Yes, I did say that, but.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that to try to say you're wrong. I'm just trying to.
No. Danny, I got you. You good. I'm just saying, like, to expand upon that, I would be bummed out because, of course, I want to see Chadwick. I would be bummed out, but then also
I'd be sad if the man is sick. I don't want him to be sick, right?
Oh no.
But
selfish on two ways.
If they,
and
no,
also,
I said I don't want him to be sick. I care about his health more than him playing a role. Let's not be silly.
I mean, we can be selfish on both accounts.
No. I'm not going to be silly here. I would prefer that the man is alive and healthy versus making a movie. I don't want humans to misconstrue that. Like that shit is fake. Chadwick Boseman is a real person. He has family and friends that care about him. So let's not do that.
Yeah.
But in the case,
that needs to be discussed.
If they no, I had to say it. Like, I like to say shit so humans can know.
Cool.
So when it comes to them picking a different actor, I'm like, man, I'm like, all right, like let's see what's up, and I'd wish that person the best. And if they prove to be awesome, I'd be happy for them. I still, in the back of my mind, would be like, man, if Chadwick could have had that. But it's all gonna work out though. You know, at least I would want it to for the sake of
and let's put it this way.
Fans, yeah.
And let's put it this way, right? You guys are sitting here and it's like, oh, no, Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, which you are correct because we haven't seen another Iron Man. But let's just take Batman, for example, okay? Listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nobody saw Ben Affleck as Batman. Everybody was like, oh, my God, Ben Affleck is going to be a shit Batman, except for maybe a few people. I wasn't one of them. I was like, yes, let's do it. He ended up being the best Batman there ever was. So we cannot say that there's not another actor out there that can't portray Iron Man just as good or better as Robert Downey Jr. did.
So
that's a good point, Anzo. And I'll go back to this. What about Michael Keaton? Nobody thought he could do it. They're like, this dude played Beetlejuice.
Bruce Willis in Die Hard.
I got to jump in the middle of this. Give me like 2 seconds. One, Danny needs to read I want to do a little bit of a rebuttal with Anzo. But first, Danny should definitely read out this super chat because he gets super chats now. Can we fucking kiss him?
What up, guys? What up, King?
What up, King?
What up? But I have to say, here's the difference. And Anzo, I totally agreed with you. With the Batman thing, because I even brought up Batfleck, because I consider him one of my favorite iterations, even though he got some shitty stuff. I think the warehouse fight's like pure Batman for me. But I gotta make the argument right now, and again, this is pseudo hindsight, so I feel really bad about this. So I'm a bit of a hypocrite, so bear with me. Fucking 10 But 10 years.
7:55, Danny, the time. 7:55.
Michael Keaton got 2 movies. Robert Downey Jr. not only got 10 years, but cameos on top of that. This dude is literally the guy.
Yes, but we're talking about after Iron Man 1. We're not talking about everything that happened after that. We're talking about after Iron Man 1.
And
right?
that's where the hypocritical.
And to that point, which you could flip around, by the way, even still, somebody having 1 movie or 2 or whatever, they still develop the fan base. Everybody has their favorite Batman, and also everybody has their favorite Joker. But each one of them could have told you at any moment, no, he ain't gonna do a good job. No, and then look what happened.
Casting a guy who did it for 10 years.
But we're not. But he didn't do it for 10 years at the time.
Okay.
Iron Man did though.
No, I'm saying
recasting. No, now we're talking about.
Now if you're talking about recasting, but even still,
let me make this point. Can we all agree? Can we all agree on this point that there are some characters that people are born for? Can we all agree on that?
That's fair. That's fair 99% of the time.
Okay, can we agree on this? That there are some characters, no matter how good of an actor you are, the original or whatever particular one that falls in is going to be the best, and no matter who takes on. Because I'll give you an example. When I was a little boy, I watched a show called Dallas. I don't know if any of y'all watched.
Oh no!
There is nobody on this planet can play J.R. Ewing, in my opinion.
It was all a dream.
Better than what's the guy that played it?
I don't remember his name, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh, good old
okay.
Larry Hagman. Larry Hagman played JR.
Danny, why are you?
Yeah, I can't help it, man. I'll be 50. Be 50 in about 20 days.
Danny, that's a fair point, man. But look, I've had so many humans go, oh, so because you like Ben, that means you're gonna be biased. I'm like, no. That's that human shit. Terrence don't do that. I'm like, who's your favorite Batman? The human told me Michael Keaton. I was like, he was great too. I have those movies.
People told me I didn't like Black Panther because of a reason.
Oh, okay. We not gonna dive in that pool again, John. You fucked up, John. You fucked up.
I don't know why.
Cause let me ask y'all this, and this is one that relates to this conversation. In your minds, who could play a better version of damn?
Pick anybody.
Iron Man?
No. Samuel Jackson play him. Nick Fury.
David Hasselhoff.
Okay.
No, fuck.
No. That was trash, dude. Dude, you were talking about that's in the period of the many decades of failure from Marvel. Don't bring that up, man. Come on.
We done seen Nick Fury play this part for years.
I was totally please don't ever do it again.
We done seen Samuel Jackson play.
Did you say Denzel Wolf? Denzel. Nobody's gonna argue against that shit. It's fucking Denzel.
He would kill it.
Yeah, Denzel would kill it. Just look up.
Denzel can play anything. What the fuck you mean? Have you not seen the Book of Eli? Look, if Kevin Feige said, "Look, Denzel, we're gonna need you to play this character," he's gonna be Nick Fury. Denzel would look with Samuel Jackson. With Samuel Jackson, he's great. He brings a lot of swag and coolness. But I am telling you that Denzel would have brought a crazy ass intensity that's unique to Denzel.
Mm-hmm.
Remember in Far From Home when Peter was talking about Nick Fury, I'll get to it in a minute, and not really respecting it. If that would have been Denzel, Peter would have been like, I am so sorry, Mr. Fury. I will hop to it.
No, because Far From Home sucks.
He would.
No, I'm talking. Man, forget all that. I'm talking about
like, King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Oh my God, he would have scared the shit out of Peter Parker. He'd have grabbed him and be like, "What the fuck you mean you don't want to be Spider-Man? You better get your shit together." I'm like, "Oh my God, I feel like I want to be Spider-Man after that." Like,
right, and to piggyback off of what Terrence says, just look at when Denzel played Malcolm X. I mean, he embodied Malcolm X. When you watch that movie, when I watched that movie for the first time, I swore to you I was watching a freaking documentary of Malcolm X. Like, so he's the type of actor that he'll embody. He'll be Nick Fury for sure.
The Magnificent Seven remake with directed by Antoine Fuqua was fucking badass.
With Denzel, yeah, fucking right.
And like Danny said, remember Danny when you was talking about him coming into the office and wanting to be certain characters? I'm like, regardless of one's position, you can't deny his talent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I may not necessarily advocate towards that, but I can't say that I'm not curious. I'd be like, because I know the acting is going to be on point, right? But it's like, I would hope that the writers would understand his talent and would try to couple that with their knowledge of the characters and not kind of mess that up. Like, you want Denzel and Carl Esposito, whatever his name is, like, you want them to shine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You want all the talent to blend with other talent. So that's my concern, is that they gonna like fuck up something that's a big opportunity for you to be epic. I don't want it to be, yay, another Marvel film. I want it to go, this is like top 5 type shit. Like, that kind of stuff. That's the conversation I want to have.
Yeah. Brandon Sparks said, remember when Gal Gadot was cast as Wonder Woman? People got pissed about that. But BVS, she was good in that. But her solo movie was. I don't know who was those dumbasses that get mad about it, because I think that was the best mistake they ever made.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. Look, this is what I said at the time, right? Because, she was a little slimmer then. I was like, I pictured, like I said specifically to my friends, I was like, okay, well, maybe if she put on some weight and stuff, like, I'm pretty sure they're going to whip her into shape. I'm pretty sure they're going to make her
Carraro could act, I'd have picked her.
Hey, I'm here to tell you, whenever I hear that, I want to get that cream. I want to get whatever cream Terrence be using. That's what I'm ready to go. Okay.
No. So you don't need cream. You just already see. Dan, you got to use your own cream. You got to just bust a nut and use that shit as lube.
No. I ain't going with you that far on that now.
Hey, I'm just saying. Sometimes in life, no. See, how you gonna look? See how you gonna go get the lube when that music alone is making you bust, and then you use that? I'm just saying.
You got your fantasy, I got my fantasy. Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
I'm not saying your fantasy wrong. I'm just picturing in the moment what would happen. What happened to me when the theater fucking drowned when I heard that shit. That's all I'm saying.
I wonder if they're gonna keep using that song for the next one.
Yo, that shit.
Yeah.
Look,
that's on fire, boy.
But see, but no, a lot of people doubted that. I just said, look, she's an okay actress. You know, she's with Patty. Maybe they could do something. I know they're gonna like build her up and be athletic. I mean, she was in the military and shit. So I'm like, I can see it. But other people are just like, no, she's not gonna do it. She's too skinny. Like these dumb motherfuckers don't know that people in Hollywood, they can, you know, get people to make you look more physically fit.
I like how you said that, but she has 2 films where she's still skinny as shit. First of all,
I see her workout video, and she puts in the work.
Cool, don't worry. Fucking go watch Brie Larson's on her fucking YouTube channel. I'm sure.
Okay, that's a joke. This bitch talking about she doing squats and deadlifts, and her ass is flatter than pancakes.
She got no booty.
I'm like, that shit ain't even fucking possible. I'm somebody that works out, so you can't fucking tell me nothing.
Let everybody hate me again.
Oh Lord.
I don't think Gal Gadot was a good casting.
Oh hell yeah! Don't even bring them back. That's some fail ass
Let me
shit.
finish. Then you can Phantom Zone me. Let me finish. She did fine.
No, Phantom Zone his ass all day, Danny. If you gonna throw me in there, that's got to be
she was brought in for BVS. Don't fucking tell me that you're like, oh, she's an awesome Wonder Woman because of BVS. She literally came in, did some CGI fighting, and looked great in a suit.
What the okay, hold on.
She doesn't have any fucking. She has like 2 scenes of dialogue.
First of all, hang on.
Calm down.
You saying that she is not a good Wonder Woman?
I'm saying she did fine.
No, fuck that. Look, no. I'll bring your attention to my day one.
She looks good in the suit.
No. Bring your attention to day one watching Batman v Superman. There were only a couple of moments that got a reaction from everybody in that theater. Okay, everybody knows the Batman, so people was like, yeah. But when Wonder Woman came out,
to a guy who doesn't like BVS.
But still, when they played that shit and Wonder Woman came out with her sword, they lost their fucking shit because that was Wonder Woman, yo. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, cool. So I don't. Sure, the rock music was Neato Pants.
Okay. John is being disrespectful. Like that shit was hard as fuck. Every time I hear that shit, every time I hear that shit, I'm automatically on Themyscira with the Amazons.
Yeah, but you've never seen them, huh? But
what do you mean I never seen them? I've seen them in comic books for years. What are you talking about?
So the movie comes out, and the movie's like, why does she have the weird accent? Okay, anyway, it's because
it's sexy as hell.
The weird accent and Wonder Woman is a historical character. What the fuck?
What?
Like, hold up.
It goes with the character.
Yeah, I know, but I thought he cared about the comic books. Has he ever seen Justice League Unlimited? Or
hey, y'all know?
Have I seen Justice League Unlimited? That's a fucking cartoon that is based off of comic books.
Yeah, but
they took a lot of creative liberties in those animated Justice League stuff. By the way,
but because he liked it,
I can't believe how close John is to being kicked off this show and being replaced by Wolf.
Hey, you ain't gonna bring. Hey, no, John. John, look, you can have your opinion, but what you not gonna do is try to educate me on some DC. Fuck that shit.
Oh, I'm not trying to.
That shit was dope. But you brought up Justice League Unlimited. I'm like, look, they pulled that from comic books. And that was that interpretation.
Oh, you remember when Diana Prince didn't have a fucking accent? But anyway, that doesn't matter.
Wow.
Actually really care.
But she's been all over history. Really she's been all over history. She's been in all these different locations. And she's been on other planets. What are you talking about? John, you're on some bullshit, man. But you can continue that point.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
yes, you do. Don't play dumb with me.
No, for real. Like, my whole deal is that when it came to BVS, she was supposed to be a big spike at the end of the film, and we all know. Let's be fair.
And she wasn't when all the crowd is cheering.
I didn't say that. may I set up my point? Because you're gonna shit on me anyway? Because I'm sure it's nitpicking.
Hey, I'm not shitting on you. I'm just hitting you with the facts.
Remember when the shitty troll who looked like the cave troll doesn't look anything like Doomsday and nobody cares, and that whole like CGI fight is like retarded.
Wonder Woman when she came out and people lost their mind.
Oh my god, it's so cool! Oh my god. Anyway, so she has the movie, and when her movie comes out, she, she's not a bad actress. Oh well, yeah, she's a mediocre.
Phantom Zone.
Really good in the suit. She looked really good in the suit. I thought the movie was definitely passable. I thought she suffered.
Don't focus this shit.
And I'm not going to give her a bunch of shit because like her third act is just like pretty much every superhero with overt CGI, and it made no fucking sense. But everything like moving up there was fine. I don't think she was.
So how should they have done her fighting Ares? How should they have done two gods fighting?
Hold on.
I think there should have been
name your 3 graps you got with her as Wonder Woman.
Okay. Do they have to be about her or her movie? Just her.
No, her, the actress. What problem do you have with Gal Gadot playing Wonder Woman?
Okay, so one, I wish she was a little bit beefier because when they say Amazon, I expect.
I didn't even do shit. Now I'm clear again. I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
No. Go ahead.
When they say Amazon, I expect big, burly, like I expected her to tower over.
What up, King?
And stuff like that. I thought she'd just have a little bit more of a commanding presence. All right,
for that one point, can I make a rebuttal?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, since I'm the old cat of the group, the Wonder Woman that I saw played by Linda Carter, she's about that same height, weight.
And again, I didn't really care about the show. So
okay, I'm just saying,
doesn't matter if you don't care. That's
alliterations.
Yeah, it
all
does
alliterations of the character. She's skinny, petite.
Mm-hmm.
She's not towering or muscular or anything. She's a skinny, petite, extremely beautiful woman.
Now later on, she's muscular in the comics, but look. If you're talking about could she have been a little bigger? Sure, but it's like, look, it's not going to be by that much though, because Wonder Woman, she's muscular, but when you compare her to other heroes, she's not like so much bigger than they are and towering over them and all that shit. What are you talking about?
That's my issue. So that's my first issue. Second, I go her accent. Nobody else on the island seems to have the same accent in hers. I think that's strange.
And they also haven't traveled as much as Wonder Woman either.
I don't care about that.
I know you don't, but that's the facts, though. She has left the island. She has been all over the multiverse of DC.
Okay.
She is going to be in different ways. You cannot deny this.
She's on her home island. She would talk in her own dialect. Second, because fine, if you want to play the whataboutism game like you do, sometimes I get a little pissy because Black Widow doesn't use the Russian accent constantly. Kind of hoping she uses it when she's in Russia in her film. We'll see how that goes.
Not. We already heard how she sounds. She's probably going to speak Russian.
And sure, fine. But what I'm saying, that's a nitpick. I think she should maybe have done some dialect coaching. People do that. People learn different dialects, learn different languages. Lord of the Rings, people literally learn languages that don't exist. Okay. So, and then thirdly, honestly, those were really my only 2 big things. I don't mind Gal Gadot in the suit. She does an okay job. I just expected to be a little bit easier, and I expected the dialect to be a little different. And that was it.
No. Gal Gadot is fucking dope as Wonder Woman. Now, if you want to say, could anyone else have played her? Maybe 2 or 3 women in the world. I can imagine that. Could you have made her sound different? Absolutely. Could you have made her a little bit more muscular? Yes. Yeah. But I'll tell you what. No matter which one of those you pick, they would all be fucking accurate anyway, because that's the history of Wonder Woman. She has gone through all these, like, most of the time she is, like, smaller, but then in other times she's muscular. Depending on what people she's been around for any X number of years, she will adapt their speech patterns and the way that they go about life, and then she applies that elsewhere. There are so many makes and breaks of the Wonder Woman character being historical. You ain't going to sit there and tell me, oh, no, this, no, nothing. That shit was on point.
What about Themyscira? Do any of the other Amazons leave? Do they go do shit? Do they do anything?
They have some of them have left before, but it is nothing to the degree of Diana.
How do you know that? Because I read that.
How the fuck do you mean? How do I know that? Of course it's because of the comics, but at the same time, in the movie itself, we see as much. Her mother was damn near crying and shit. Diana, don't leave us. And she was like, nah, Mom, I gotta go help people. You know, everybody, men, women, and children. That's why she's fucking Wonder Woman.
Even though in the other movie she said she fucked off the humans for like a decade or more.
That's because she was sad. But that doesn't mean that's because she was sad. She lost the man of her the love of her life. Like, what the fuck, John? Like, you acting like you didn't see the movie.
No, I saw the movie, and that's why
which one's the skinniest?
Skinnier?
Linda Carter.
I think they look exactly the same, to be completely honest.
Man, look at that thigh on Gal Gadot.
Wait, hey, zoom that shit in, though. Let's get a better close-up.
They look
so
about
that way...
the same, to be
I can't
completely
zoom
honest.
no more.
They look
That's
like
it.
carbon copies.
They look like mother and daughter.
I can't
zoom they look like sisters.
Can I tell you, like, fucking shout out to DC for actually doing the fucking original costume. Like, Jesus Christ. Her costume looks great. Gal Gadot's.
DC is all about taking risks. That's the reason why they've been around so long. They take those crazy risks.
Yeah, they're moving.
Look at that boy.
Like that.
What about you guys? So we got the Snyder cut coming out. Does anybody else want the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad?
No. Nobody wants that.
I do.
Waste your time on that.
I saw that old trailer, man.
There's come to the house one day and my wife just like that, and I hear the Wonder Woman theme song. That's what I want.
Hell yeah. Each fucking stroke.
As soon as I hit play on that song, you better be on your knees.
It'd be like, damn, I ain't heard from Danny in about 2 days.
And Danny, and you send me a text, you say, yo, my wife walked in and she had the outfit. I'll be like, Dan, you take all the time in the universe.
And then 3 days later, I'll be like, I just got out of the Golden Lasso.
Amen, Danny. High five. Amen.
Can I also say, since I'm already talking about the fact that I love Gal Gadot's costume, like I think it's so fucking on point. I'm really butthurt that like the Golden Eagle armor looks like anus in the trailer versus the comic.
I can't agree with you more. It looks pretty crappy.
It
looks like it's taking a page out of Flash Gordon or something.
I like the way that shit looks because it's supposed to be. Look, I think that's the first phase of it, and then like to me it looks awesome. But like I'm pretty sure it's gonna get upgraded by the end of the movie because it does have a couple little changes to it in the way that it flares out with the armor and the wings and stuff. So we'll probably see a couple versions of it in the film.
I already see in the trailer it knocks the wings off, and I'm like, lame. The wings were gonna be fun. Anyway,
I need to see the movie to see the context and how she got it and yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they have her fucking lassoing and like swinging on lightning.
From lightning. Yeah, that shit was dope.
I'm ready to see that. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that shit is hot.
This is the same character that pulled up the book of infinite pages. Like, I don't want to hear that. Wonder Woman can do a lot of shit. No.
Gotta go. Oof. Gotta see the context. Gotta see the context first. From
she's too fucking amazing. She has killed gods. She has made the Reverse Flash look slow by catching him and laying his ass out. Wonder Woman can do a lot of shit. So if I see her swinging from some lightning, I'm like, yeah, that's Wonder Woman right there. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
Just because she can do it doesn't mean it doesn't look silly on camera.
No, it looks silly to you, but to me, that's what made me get my ticket before they shut this shit down.
Really? That's your move. You're like,
what do you mean, really? That's my move? Because look, that's your opinion, though. Look, you think it's silly. I think it's epic as fuck, and I'm not alone in that, John. I'm not alone in that shit.
No, you are not alone.
You are not alone in that.
You are not alone.
I think I've proven more than enough time.
Yeah, because he proved nothing.
Hey, Wolf.
Nothing.
Do you like the lightning in her lasso on the lightning?
Yeah, it look cool. You know, I just want to see it.
I am fine being on the island.
Wolf.
It looks on point, man. It looks on point.
look at Wolf, the new Hispanic on the show. The new Hispanic person on the show is saying it look cool. He is saying that Black Panther is a top 10 movie. He's saying that he's ready to see Falcon get the doggone shield.
In that case, Wolf. What's up? I have to say,
here we go.
I appreciate you coming on. Yeah. And please do your best to never burn your hands on the torch that I'm about to pass to you.
Basically,
I hope next Tuesday goes very well, and good luck enjoying Stargirl. I watched Swamp Thing.
John is necessary, man.
This is the prime example of John being Terrence Howard and Wolf being Cheeto.
Damn.
No, I need Wolf.
Ooh, that is full circle, boy.
I'm here for Wolf. Wolf can be paid more than
circle. Oh man, like Danny, high five. That is full circle, boy.
100%.
Can we? No, real talk. To chat and panel. Can we say that Danny's the fucking best host ever of all time for
Yo, Danny, my boy. I know he dope.
You deserve the monetization. No, and seriously, I feel like I know. I understand. I'm sorry, I haven't been on any of your other podcasts, Danny. And I've had a very busy week. Fucking humble brag. Fucking congratulations on your monetization, man. Like
thank you, man. I appreciate
it. Hell,
dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, seriously. If I've been on a lot of streams, I've apparently ended some streams. I cause a lot of discourse, and I find myself in random ass things, reading fan fictions and stuff. Danny, you are, I have to say, one of the most genuine people, one of the most caring people, and one of the most giving people I've seen on this site in months and months and months. Terrence, Anzo, same for you guys. You guys are great. You are very, very welcoming to people. But Danny,
better not leave me out, boy.
I really always, and we always gotta. I know it's really strange, and I'm kind of kissing a little ass here, chat. We get heated. Shit's fun. But I gotta say, Danny really.
You're not kissing our ass because you don't like Black Panther. What you mean?
Well, look at me. Apparently, I was never made to.
A good point.
I think you're necessary.
Now,
John.
this panel's good shit. Wolf, nice to have you.
Yes,
can't wait for you to replace me.
That's right.
I cannot kiss Danny's ass enough. I think if anybody really deserves it, you seem like one of the most genuine, nicest people I have met in a very long time. And I very, very, very much appreciate the opportunities you've given me being on here and meeting all of you guys because of you. And I expect very, very big things from you and your channel. So congratulations. You are awesome.
I appreciate it. And this is, like I said, a team effort, man. I love all you guys. Wolf just mentioned today, man. He's like good people.
Thank you, man.
I'm glad that we all can laugh on here for 3 hours, man. Every Sunday, we sharing each other lies and laugh and stuff. And we don't always agree, man. But I like to keep stuff fun. I like to keep that fun going. And man, and there are times we get heated, but I'm telling you, when I click off, I'm not mad. I'm not.
No. There was no. This ain't heated. If you want to see me heated, go back a couple days ago.
Yeah,
that's what
I'm glad you brought that up because me and Alonzo discussed this.
I don't know this.
We are going to stay as far away from that as humanly possible. Okay. But at the same time, if someone comes on here and try to disrespect you, we're not going to let that happen
at all.
Because you are our brother. You're part of the team. Sometimes as brothers, we're not always going to agree with other stuff. That stuff to me, and
damn, you start.
I'm not going to let anybody else. Huh?
You started to chip out a bit.
I'm universe, man.
Yeah,
good.
Danny.
Am I good now?
Yeah, give it about 5 seconds.
Okay, all right. I'm not going to let any other show buzz my friendship with anybody. If I stop being friends with somebody, it's something that I choose to do. The person is something that we can fix. Not gonna let anything that somebody said, whatever, come in and split us up. If something said, I'm man enough, I got all your numbers. I'm gonna call you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you say this? Did you do this? Blah 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 blah. We can fix it. We can fix it. If we can't, then we're gonna go separate ways. I'm not gonna let somebody else send some kind of damn text to somebody else and be all this kind of crazy stuff. To me, that's just crazy.
Right.
Both those channels are very successful.
We literally did it tonight.
And I would not let anybody else tear down their success. So
I'm not gonna look. I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it, Danny. Look.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you, Terrence.
No, I know. I want the humans to know. I'm being serious about this. I am a nice guy, but don't fuck with me because I will wreck your shit. Like I ain't got time for humans fucking up, man. I don't have time.
But Terrence, if you started yelling at me and we cut to black, then what?
Oh God!
You know what, John? I think we need to cut to black so I can show you what happens.
We'll be back next Sunday.
I think we just need to put John in the back. You know, put John in the black and make him get a new appreciation for Black Panther. God damn it!
Hey, I appreciate all of your blackness. Okay, can we just be okay with that? And Wolf, I appreciate your wolfiness and your Hispanicness underneath the wolfness.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All cultures.
And this is go ahead. No, just to say to piggy off of what Danny was saying. That's right. We talked about that, and it's like, that's not our situation. But there is no way are we gonna let anybody come in here and disrespect you, bro. It's not gonna happen.
Nope, I ain't gonna do it. I don't care. I don't care. You come with an army. Bring you an army because you're gonna fucking need it going against Terrence. Bring your army. I'll wreck their shit too. I'm not gonna let you fuck with my friends or people I'm cool with. I'm not gonna have it. I'm not gonna have that shit. Like you guys already know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We know if shit popped off, you would be right there doing the same fucking thing for us. So
exactly. But even more so because you guys are my brothers. It's different. If you saw what I do with someone I cool with, what the fuck you think gonna happen if you're that close?
Like, seeing Anzo and fucking Terrence yell at me, I can't imagine if they truly don't like you. I could not imagine the kind of fucking
guy. You don't want to. You don't want that.
Could not imagine.
You don't want that.
I look forward to every Sunday with you guys. You guys are fucking fantastic.
Absolutely. And you know what's funny, Danny? Like sometimes these humans be getting it twisted. They be trying to be sneaky and shit. They're like, you know what? Terrence don't care about a lot of stuff. Let's mess with him. I'm like, that's even more of a reason why you shouldn't fuck with me because I don't care about a lot of stuff. Like,
All right, before we get off, what'd you say, Wolf?
It's a real recognize real.
Yeah,
exactly. Perfectly said. Like that. I like that.
Wolf, we need to get a microphone shoved in your mic, but I'm really glad you were here.
I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it.
You were great to have on tonight.
Good to have on, man.
Appreciate you guys letting me come on board.
Hey, Wolf, on some real shit. Look, I've been able to hear you. Look, in terms of one's investment for the sake of this platform, you do what you feel is right. But as long as I can hear you, then I'm good. You don't gotta have the best microphone to me.
Who would have thought Terrence would be the nicest person on here?
Yeah, but I'm working on it now. I'm definitely gonna upgrade on that.
Well,
soon.
how am I supposed to be? I'm with friends. What am I supposed to be mean?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you good, Wolf. You never went out. It seems that I don't know, for whatever reason, mine go out to Mr. Roboto or whatever. But
yeah, I could hear you good too. Bro.
But it's cool. Hey, before we go, we're gonna go around the room. Start off with John. Tell people where they can find you and all that good stuff.
Well, apparently you can find me every Sunday with these bunch of bing bongs. Love them all. Welcome to Wolf. We're gonna keep going. Hopefully you guys can come watch us. We had Amelia Song back on. Really pretty adult entertainer. She came on the other week. We had a very, very good conversation. It's good stuff. Go to @Operation and or look up the host, one of my really good friends, @Mike Shrews. Can't wait to get you guys on, you jerks. Can't wait to get you on. I
don't reach out to him, but he does it during the time I work. I can't do it.
We'll figure something out. We might have to pick a day and maybe drop all three of you guys and just do something special.
To do that.
I think you guys are great. I love talking with you guys. Come on, guys. Subscribe to the shit. Give Danny all the monies because he's pumping out some good stuff. Go check out Square One from last night because it's nice to watch Anzo yell at people who aren't me. So great stream. Thanks, guys. You guys are great. Thank you. And thank you, chat, for being here.
All right, Terrence.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say a few people got it on Square One. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right, Terrence, you up, big dog?
All right, so what's up, humans? It's Terrence. You can find me here with Danny. Got Equilibrium on Sundays, and then also Mondays. I'll try to do that as much as I can, even though Mondays can get crazy. But I like coming on, being with friends and stuff. I like to keep the circle small because of recent events. I'm not going to go into that because I'm going to turn into the Hulk and shit. Anyway, so yeah, but you can also find me on the Tremaine Terrence channel. And shout out to the humans that came over there because like within the last 5 days, we got like more than 120 subs. So like, they've been finding like the different Stargirl stuff with my reviews and the Stargirl scenes, and then that led them to movie reviews and things. So I'm like, that is great. I guess you just never know because that shit is crazy, and then just all the questions I've been getting, and them excited and doing their theories and stuff. So I like to have fun. Anything that I post up, anything that I talk about, it's all passion, it's all fun, and I think that having fun is the most important thing because you don't want to feel like you just got to do stuff just to do it, or you got to meet this quota and this numbers. Just have fun, and please stay away from the drama. It is so easy to get sucked into that shit, and then before you know it, you don't even know how to find your way out of that shit, and it becomes unfortunate. Yep. So, and Danny, yeah, I'm happy for you, man. Just the monetization and all that. I'm glad you got it. I remember you were telling me that you're trying to work for it, and remember when when I was saying like, oh, give a fuck and this and that, you was like, well, Terrence, I gotta give a fuck because I want the monetization. Like,
been playing videos in the background for weeks, and passion equals purpose. This good shit.
And I like that, Danny. You've been focused. You've been telling me, Terrence, this is what I'm gonna do. You did it. You got it. I'm happy for you. That's awesome, man.
Fucking round of applause constantly.
So I like talking to you about anything, Danny. It don't even matter. We could be talking about a bowl of cereal, and that shit will still be awesome because I get to talk to you.
Ebola cereal? Is that what you said?
Yes, like it doesn't matter what it is.
Made by Kellogg's, or is that? Do you have?
No, he didn't say Ebola. He said Ebola.
No, a bowl of cereal.
Oh, okay. I was like,
a bowl of cereal. You know, with the spoon and the milk and the shit that come out the box. Yeah, that. So
I was like, shit, dude, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Can you calm down, Kellogg's?
Look,
oops, all virus.
No, but my point is, it don't matter what we're talking about. It's just nice to talk to my friends, you know.
Yes,
I agree, bro. I agree. Thank you for that. All right, Anzo, you up next, bro?
Yes, sir. You guys know my channel, Bigger Ford Entertainment. All the shows you can catch, but what I'm gonna say is, like, you know, if it wasn't for Danny, I wouldn't be on these streams. So I much appreciate it. You know, I want you guys to sub to him more than anything else. Yes. He deserves all the success that he's getting. He put in the time, he put in the effort, he upgraded his stuff. You know what I mean? So we're doing this to entertain people. And Danny's like, he's like a great role model on YouTube. You know what I mean? All the drama shit, we ain't looking for none of that. He ain't looking for none of that. We just here to have some fun. So you guys, man, like, I want to see Danny's chat have 50, 60, 70 people in it just watching this show, man, you know? So please tweet it out, get your friends to sign up and everything, and check us out. Because we do some good stuff. It's funny, it's heated, entertaining, you know what I mean? So that's all I'm going to say.
Well, wouldn't it be cool if we did a stream where we all just said we all agree with each other and everything was neato and we were done in 30 minutes?
I would not want that. Awesome? I would not want that.
No.
Yeah, no.
You humans, look, you can give Danny money. Like, it ain't even got to be nothing crazy. It's the thought that counts. You know, I feel like if you do like $50 each time, that'll be amazing. You don't have to do nothing too crazy.
That would be awesome. That would be.
I like how he's like, he's not even like $1.99. He's like, if you
like $50.
Hey, Danny, imagine that though. Like, Dan, you get like $1.99 super chat. I'm like, what the fuck you doing, human? And then it goes up to 50. Like,
and one last thing is when Terrence was like, well, he don't want to do it because he's gonna turn into Hulk. Somebody needs to take that picture and paint it all green. There's your Hulk.
I can see that shit happen.
I want you to know, Anzo. I did delete that post, but that meme is going to be in my fucking phone.
You can keep it.
I'm gonna send you that shit every day.
On the streams, Danny can pop it up all he wants to. I don't give a shit.
I got
you know.
See, respect.
Right, Wolf.
People in the chat, you see that? Mutual respect. He asked me to do something. I fucking did it. There you go.
Hands down.
Wolf, you got your own channel, bro? Or you just starting out?
Yeah, I just started out, but I got my channel up there. It's Wolf Geekdom.
I see that.
Yeah, so my channel is Wolf Geekdom. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Wolf Geekdom. I don't got too many videos up on my channel, but I just started out. I'm trying to get on y'all level. I mean,
what you like to talk about?
What do I talk about?
Yeah.
Oh, comic book stuff, movie reviews, video reactions, stuff like that. I mean, just everything you guys are into.
Good, bro. I'm gonna keep you in mind. I got you on my Twitter now.
Yeah,
I'll reach back out to you, bro. That's
for sure.
Hey, Wolf Geekdom, man. Like, I know. Like, look, man. I think you're cool. You've been on here, been able to talk to you. Like, you already know me, Wolf Geekdom. Like, I'd be like, man, fuck humans. Like,
I watch you all the time, man. I watch you all the time.
How sweaty are you under that? Like, real
pretty
talk.
sweaty, man.
I appreciate your sacrifice. You're good shit, man.
And I'm gonna say this on stream so he can hear. King Ethan, yo, man, we understand. I've lost people too, so if we can help and you enjoy watching us, brother, and we're your escape, we appreciate it. We appreciate the support, hands down, brother.
I literally.
Sorry about that. Like, who? Anzo, he said that he lost somebody.
He said he lost two people.
Ethan, I gotta say, I lost somebody a few weeks ago. I didn't actually know how important that person was to me until I saw them. Afterwards, and I missed a stream because of it. And this panel actually reached out to me more than some friends I actually know, like that I've known for a long time. E-friends can be your best friends. Support comes from random places, and look, man, loss is never good, but it will teach you something. Figure something and just lean on the people who want to help you. They'll be the most important people in your life.
Yeah. Sorry about that, John. Like, I'm not sure if I'm aware of what you're talking about.
No, I missed a stream like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe a month ago.
I was in Florida.
It was just the three of us, and we told you that he had death in the family.
Okay,
It happens, and even sometimes you don't even know when you lose somebody. You don't even know if it's actually going to hit you. You never know. It comes out of nowhere. And,
I lost my nephew about 3 months ago. Man, there
you go.
Wow, it's horrible, man.
King, Danny, we all know. You never. Family is family. That's great. Friends can sometimes be
family.
Yeah, and e-friends will be here if you look for the right ones. So we got you, and we appreciate you. And I guarantee you, this panel is going to throw you prayers. So take care of yourself, right?
Absolutely. Family is about the bond, not the blood.
Yes.
So
right.
Family fights. If you've seen in the last 3 hours, we fight every week. So
no humans. Terrence was not fighting. This is not no Terrence fighting.
I just want to say that I thank you all for your kind words. This YouTube that I'm trying to build, this platform, I did it with y'all help, hard work. I appreciate it. every person that ever threw a super chat or ever threw any kind of comment, ever took the time to click on any of my channels. I sincerely thank you. You didn't have to do it. I know sometimes content cannot always be to your cup of tea, but you hang in there. I see the regulars every week, and it doesn't go unnoticed.
Shows, man. So, Danny, you are making shows. I love you guys.
So I'm just saying, man, we try to do good content. Anzo was talking about leaving, which would have made me really, really sad.
Don't you dare!
Off, but
I'm
glad he has changed his mind. I think the four of us make a good team, and on my other shows, I'm really enjoying Square One, and I enjoy all the shows. But I just want to say I thank all of you that ever had a hand in helping me in any way, shape, or form. Thank you. I appreciate it. And with saying that, we're gonna call it a day, and we'll see you next.
Oh, wait. One last thing, Denny. I gotta say that when you make your I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say that when it comes to I see like one of your videos, Danny, whoever individuals that I'm cool with. It doesn't even matter if like this this opinion matches mine or it doesn't. I just like to hear what you have to say, right? I wonder what Danny's rankings is, or what do you think about this movie, or whatever, just because it's awesome. Like I said, I don't care what you're talking about. There's going to be some level of interest there because it came from you.
Thank you, King Ethan. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Much appreciated, brother.
Danny.
Yeah.
He turns him off because he had the $190.
Look at Danny. Look at Danny coming in strong on his first. Like, why would anybody pay money to listen to our fucking dumbasses?
Hey, I want to hear all that. We're dope. Thank you.
We are dope.
Yo, let me say something. Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Nah, I just wanted to let you guys know that's because of you guys that pretty much motivated me to try to do this YouTube shit. You guys inspired me.
All it takes, man. Robert Storms motivated me. Anzo say I motivated him. Me. So hey, it's a trickle effect.
I'm still trying to find my voice. You get what I mean? That confidence when it comes to recording videos.
It took me a while. If you go back and watch my first video, you be like, "What the fuck? I wouldn't pay this."
Wolf,
like,
you know what? Shit I catch all the time with my hot takes.
I see it.
I'm doing this with good friends here, and I would like to assume you guys are good friends. Don't get it fucking twisted. If you start getting a channel, if you start doing well, imagine those things, but tenfold bad.
Yeah.
Don't let that discourage you. The internet sucks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're gonna
do yours. 7 billion people on the planet, my dude. Yep. Do something that makes you happy. If you get 2% of 7 billion people, trust me, you'll do fine. Do what makes you happy and be passionate about it.
So right now at this point, I have 7 videos up on my channel, and they're pretty rough. But I'm keeping them there just so they could see, people could see the evolution.
They're gonna be rough. They're gonna be rough, bro. If you see my first video, man, I'm in my bathroom. I got my grandson action figures on the damn stand behind me. The lights like yellow looking, and I'm sitting in a chair in the bathroom right by my tub, man. I got a towel.
Let's be fair.
Wolf.
Danny didn't have me on his old videos.
It is ghetto as
fuck. Wolf. Wolf. That's what. Wolf, you remember what I said to you earlier about the microphone?
Yeah.
Look, the thing that got me to do this was one simple question. My brother said, "Would you like to do this with me?" And that's it. So I had to motivate myself. But I will tell you, I never got any of those upgrades and microphone this and all this fancy stuff because I kept telling the humans that were trying to hold me down, like, "Oh, you need this. Oh, you're too weird. Nobody's gonna like you," and this and that. Yeah. And I didn't do none of that shit, and look where the channel is now. None of that shit that they ever said. So what I'm telling you,
Avatar though,
like what I'm telling you is, when humans like you, that's what they care about. Your personality, your opinions. That's what they latch on to. Like they're not latching on. They're not latching onto your microphone or the lamp that you have behind you. Like these things can help you, but I'll tell you what, Wolf. You can have all the fancy shit in the world, and if they don't like you, it won't make a fucking difference.
Yeah,
it's not a matter.
You're absolutely right. Totally agree with you, bro.
Just be passionate, dude. You can't lie to an audience. It's hard.
Yeah. And you're good, man. You know what I mean? You got it. So you're gonna do fine, brother.
I enjoyed you. I enjoyed you 100% here.
You
Go,
guys are awesome.
Go follow him. Go check his videos. See what you think, and if he's gonna keep doing them, like
sub to his channel, guys.
Yeah, I look forward. I look forward to hearing.
And that's the best thing. That's the best thing too, Wolf, because the best way you can deal with haters and people that say you got to do this or your shit sucks or you're not going to make it, the best way to deal with them is let the numbers and shit speak for itself. Like what you got, let that speak for you. That's all you need.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thanks, bro. You know, only time will
tell. Again, thank you for all the kind words, man. We'll be back here next Sunday, same bat time, same bat channel. And until then, we'll catch you later. Peace.
All right,
guys.
Give it to him.